stage, and you've started making your way down the coastway, trying to make good time so you can get to Candlekeep as soon as possible. You're about 4 days out, and you've got Fallister Fisk and Rhea Mantelmorn with you guys. As you've started to make your way down the coastway, and the sun has begun to kiss the horizon, you guys started looking around on horseback for a suitable place to camp. And it's a very narrow dirt road, the coastway. So narrow that when wagons or any sort of trade caravan passes one another, one party is expected to move off the road. And one such wagon didn't want to move out of their way, and you guys found Satir, the elven prisoner, Satir Hune from the Hune family, aboard one such wagon. And they stopped you guys in your tracks, and you were ambushed by a group of knights known as the Knights of the Shield. They demanded that you guys hand over the shield of the Hidden Lord, and they're in company of a fiend, a Cambion, who was leading these knights straight to you guys, as well as Satir. A big battle broke out and a struggle begun as the Cambion attempted to charm his way into you guys relinquishing the shield. So through some teamwork, some clever use of some spells and whatnot, you guys were actually able to prevent them against the odds from retrieving the shield. And it was a long fight, and you guys were successful. And this is a few hours later now. Night has fallen, and you guys have set up a camp. Fallister Fisk has actually got a campfire going. You've laid out your bedrolls, and the horses have been watered. You found a nearby stream as a tributary of the Chainthar River. And just setting up for camp this day. Here we go. Right, I went to the wrong map, but this is the right one. So, we ran into like a long battle last session, so you guys didn't have time to actually loot the bodies. So we'll do that now first. I just moved the tokens over, so I don't know if you guys want to take their bodies with you, but the scene of where you're camping now, it's actually extremely close to where the fight broke out. It's just a few hundred feet away. So we'll just say that you guys had taken the bodies with you, and everyone's getting prepared for whether it's sharpening your weapons, studying some spells, banging out some dents in your armor, or just whatever the bleep that you want to do.
Yeah, I'm just busy like whispering my precious for no reason.
The shield also commends you. Good work, Sykin. These are the ones I warned you about. The evil knights that will use me for foul things. This world is a better place that now they rest on the ground dead. You have impressed me, I must admit. For this, I will grant you more of my power. You have proved yourself time and time again now, Zygon.
Well, as long as you're willing to help me protect the innocent, I'm willing to do. We'll see. I think we make a good partnership as long as we do not betray each other.
Shield does not comment on that. And the shield now has 2 charges.
Whee! Still fireball?
It hasn't given you any more spells, but you can do fireball twice now.
Woohoo!
And
look at me, I'm pretending I'm a sorceress.
the shield does sort of go quiet after that, and you guys also have taken a long rest, so the actual long rest will be at the end of tonight, but I just told you guys to take the long rest and level up so we can get it out of the way in between sessions. You guys search these knights, and they're all wearing similar equipment. They all wear a suit of splint armor, which is actually worth about 600 gold pieces. And
nice.
It's like brand new armor. Barely been used.
We'll just sell it tell him it fell off a truck. Fell off the wagon.
Fell off the back. It literally did fall off the back of a wagon. There was just people attached to it. You've got this right, Ed?
Yep.
Cool. 3 splint. They each wielded a longsword, so 3 longsword. And they all had a short sword as well, so 3 short sword. They all were equipped with a heavy crossbow. And they had a total of 60 bolts. Now the Cambion, as you guys know, he'd managed to actually escape. He disappeared with an explosion of fire, teleported away. You also find what must be the payment, which is a 50 GP bloodstone. Each one of these knights has one of these, so 3 times 50 GP bloodstone. It's cut and polished. It's a round red gemstone. Satir, bless her soul, she was equipped to fight, but obviously she's a noble, so she's only had the very basic of sword training. She did not last very long. She simply had a breastplate and a rapier, and that's it. She doesn't have any expensive jewelry or anything like that on her, and yeah, and they've just got their clothes that they were wearing. So you've stripped them down, and Alandir and Kalan are going to bury them. She's going to bury him somewhere nearby, so that's what they're off doing. Kalen's going to say do a bit of a ceremony for them and put them to rest. So night has fallen. You've got a campfire going here, and all the horses are happy. A couple of horses did manage to run off, but it didn't take you guys long to actually retrieve those horses. And Fallister's already in his bedroll, and you guys are just sharing a hot meal. This is Fallister actually has some Kalashite sausages that he's strung up on a spit, so he welcomes you to try some.
Made from real Candlekeeps?
Oh yeah, of course.
Traditional Kalashite sausage.
Like, I'm going to go to Seika. It's like, are these actual food, or is it like a food you feed like unsuspecting foreigners who don't know?
I will assume it's real food. It's real food, right, Seb?
Yep. Of course it is
Sure.
real food. Pure horse meat.
Real food?
No, it's just like last time we met more of your countrymen. Kind of left a little bad taste in my mouth. Hey.
Are they made from real Candlekeeps?
Ha ha ha. No, it is horse, my friend.
Oh, okay. I'm down with horse.
Us Amnians, we do not have the same liberties of the finer cuts of meat and animals that you would enjoy, such as beef. Anyway, this has been Arjo's journey. I wish you all good night. Please post a watch. I do not want to have my throat slit by a bugbear in the night. And then he rolls over.
Night, night. Don't let the bugbears bite.
Don't let the barbarians bite or slit your throat, as the case may be.
So, as you guys are getting ready for bed, it's still a couple of hours off. You're just having conversations. And did anyone want to share anything about their backstory or reflect on any of the events of late?
I think I'm good. I'm used to being betrayed and hunted and thrown things at. So
Yeah. I mean, Zygon's still kind of worried that this deal with the Hidden Lord is going to bite him in the butt, but all this power, man, it's useful. Again, should have started with +2 shield before saying anything.
Hey, Seika's arc is coming to a close. She was sent here to get Fisk so she could get access to Candlekeep? That is what is happening.
Ray is rocking back and forth, and she seems eager to tell you guys something. I know it's not her name.
I know. Oh, so the Hell Rider Velterel?
Oh, the Hell Rider Elturel wants
she
to talk
hasn't
to
said
us.
it. She hasn't said it in a while, so she's getting antsy.
Yeah.
Rhea,
She's rocking back
is
and forth, and she says,
Is there something wrong?
"Oh, I know. So we can all get to know each other a little bit better. Why don't we play a game? We go around in a circle, and we each say one fact about ourselves that no one else here knows. Sound good?
Sure.
Oh, start with you then, Zygon.
Well, normally Azamar usually have like a celestial companion to help them out, but unfortunately, due to some bad decisions on my part, mine is gone now, and I'm trying to redeem myself.
Oh, am I just invisible to you, Zygon? I told you I'm a celestial being.
Yeah, sure. Maybe if you stop talking like Batman.
The shield corrupts
Are
me,
you saying that
Zygon.
out loud?
I'm teasing.
Yeah, the shield talks to you telepathically, but you can respond to it out loud because it has hearing.
Yeah. I'm not crazy. Just because
Okay.
I'm hearing voices doesn't mean I'm crazy.
It's the
Because
shield,
you're right,
Zygon.
doesn't mean you're not.
Do not take me at face value. This is not my voice, of course. The shield corrupts me. It is my prison.
Yes.
That is why it's an imperative that you free me.
Sounds like a plan.
Rhea smiles.
Also, you.
I hope you find your companion soon. And you? Seika? Seika? Sakwa?
Yes. Seika. I'm in a similar situation. From where I'm from, I'm a Shire. I'm seeking power to fully devote myself to service of the genies.
Wow.
Can I rub you and make a wish?
So it's like you dreams of genies?
Try rubbing me, you'll lose your hands.
You lose. We'll lose our pants. What?
That's what I heard.
Hands.
Oh, okay. I heard something different. I apologize.
Must be the shield.
Must be all that corruption that you got going there and all.
Corruption? What are you talking about?
Like in your ears, drums and alls.
Ah, okay.
The
mean
wax
earwax.
build up.
Yeah.
You should get the wax off.
And you, Raven?
Oh, I look around and make sure there's nobody else listening. And over my shoulder, make sure there's no one
I'm
else
listening.
by.
You can make
totally
a perception
listening.
check if you feel paranoid enough that people are in the bushes watching you. Who's the crazy one?
Oh,
No.
perception. That's a deception. Okay.
Perception. Even
No, there's
even
nobody
better.
listening.
Even better.
You take a look
Good, they're not
around
here.
and you see two large figures about 15 feet away from you behind you, Raven, near a bush.
They're following, but they won't catch up. They're far enough away.
They're just your riding horses. And yeah, you just look around, you see the campfire casting dazzling shadows that
Long
seem to
shadows.
dance around everything, and it's darker beyond that, but well, you've got like
Guys,
double sight, right?
Can't tell. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. But
Guys
yeah,
can't tell anybody.
it's you sort of just see this large globe of like 120 feet of just perfect light,
Daylight,
and then beyond that is just pitch black.
the shadows.
So you never know what is lurking beyond, but everything seems to be clear as far as you can tell.
I have an ancient text that holds infernal, terrible secrets that must not fall into the wrong hands. I once had to eat a horse. It didn't taste that good. Well, maybe these sausages will be better. Forget I said anything about the horse or anything. Yeah. Next.
Rhea gives you a strange look. Okay. And what about you, little druid?
I screws ups in Baldur's Gates. Not like in all fancy spots. I was living on the streets until I left, and out in this forest here, there was friends of mine that did my trainings and whatnot. He was a druid. His name was Druid.
His name was Druid?
Yeah.
And he was
I
a
think
druid?
that was his name. Yeah. His parents and alls must had some they saw into the futures and alls, and they knew what he would be, so just named him that. I mean, he might have had other names, but he never told it to me.
Oh, well. Pray to Savras then, I guess.
Yeah. But he taught me lots of nice stuffs and all, and So then as I went back, because he was getting in all troubles with the councils and alls, and the other druids not liking him. So I went back to Holmes, and then I met up with all you guys.
And what happened to him? Do you still meet with him?
I haven't seen him in a little bit, but I'm sure. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I left. It's maybe less than a year or so. So I suspect he's still out here somewhere.
Oh. Well, I hope you can meet with him again soon. Sometimes we may not have a chance to meet the ones we care for again. She looks down to the fire.
Yeah, fires. They tell us lots of things. You can see lots of stuff if you look at them long enough.
She looks over at Bargle.
I see a million monkeys writing Shakespeare, but I don't know what kind of weapon that is.
Well, do you have one fact about yourself, Bargle? Just so we can get to know each other a little bit better.
Well, my mom didn't plan being a mom. That was that wasn't her choice. Happened during the raid, and then I went on a raid. It didn't turn out good. My first one, I got caught.
May I ask which of your parents are the orc? If that's not too insensitive.
Father.
That makes sense. You are.
He kind of straight. He looks, scratches his head. I never heard of her. During the raid, is there enough time for a woman to get on top of a man during the raid? Scratches his head, curious of that thought.
Well, that's Baldur's Gate for you, isn't it? And she looks over at Fallister, and he just gives her the finger. Shut up, woman. You talk too much. And then you guys will look at her. Oh, my turn. One fact. Well, it was over a century past that the Great Troubles began. There were fiends that roamed the lands to the north and the west of El Terrell. Fields were despoiled, livestock was slaughtered, homes were razed, and people were dragged off to a terrible, unknowable fate. Terror was gripping the hearts of all during this time. The city's cavalry. We rode across the land. We were striking down fiends wherever they found them, and we suffered fearful losses. But it was never enough. For every fiend they destroyed, it seemed as though two more appeared elsewhere. The ruler of El Terrell, known as the High Rider, asked his people to pray to the gods for aid. To everyone's astonishment, a mighty angel entered the city the next day. Her name was Zariel, which means companion of light. The prayers of El Terrell had been heard, and help had come. Zariel located the gate through which the fiends were entering the natural world, on the fields of the dead west of the city. Zariel declared that she would lead the cavalry into Avernus, destroying the infernal host that was amassing there. Striking a great blow against the forces of darkness. This was our promise. The High Rider sent out the riders of El Terrell, now numbering in the thousands. Many, many thousands. Zariel was at their head. She rode atop a golden mastodon. With a great cry, Zariel and her army charged through the gate. The legions of Avernus trembled and buckled, but did not crumble. Zariel was defeated, and the remnants of her army returned to El Terrell, overcome with grief at the loss of their glorious general, but confident that the lords of the Nine Hells would think twice about threatening El Terrell again. There were great celebrations to honor the valiant knights of the cavalry who fought bravely, and we became known as the Hell Riders from that day on.
What? Oh.
Don't mind him. He has no
So
manners.
I was waiting to get to the personals parts and all. It's like I like the history lessons and all, but I thought we said something about stuffs like us personally. So you weren't there in that things at all. I don't think so. At least
I was not, but from that day on, we formed a scripture known as the Tome of the Creed Resolute. And every Hell Rider must sign it. They must place their hand on the book and swear an oath. Their name magically appears within the pages, and then we are bound, our souls tied to El Terrell, to defend it and its people. And I am such Hell Rider. So you see, it's not just my willpower that drives me. My soul is bound to defend and protect El Terrell and its people. And I,
So you're
Renaman
saying
Taborn,
you're a
Hell
Hell
Rider of
Rider.
El Terrell,
Ah, yes, there we go. That's it.
will see through it that my oath binds me to my word and actions.
Cool.
I just wanted
I
you
get-
to
give her a slow
understand
clap.
that I'm not just doing this for some sort of self-righteous glorification. I don't know how the Flaming Fist work. I'm sure they don't have to consign their souls to save their city. But that's how the Hell Riders operate. And I'm going to El Terrell, wherever it is. If it's in hell, if it's wherever it is, even if it's up very far away, I don't care. I'm going to bed. She rolls over.
Saigon, why does she still think we're with the Flaming Fists?
I don't
Because
know.
the Flaming
Because we
Fist
are.
gave us all these horses and whatnot and told us we should come here. So in theories, I guess we are kind of with the Flaming Fist, aren't we?
Didn't she see us get fired?
We told. She did not actually see us get fired. Remember,
Did we get fired?
they were in the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we totally got fired,
I don't remember getting fired.
and we were totally. And your cat was totally going to get murder barbecued because it was larger than the peacock.
Where did that cats go?
Slobberchops is with you guys, just been chilling in one of the saddlebags.
Yeah, why didn't he put down like a personal anecdote?
Meow. Meow, meow.
Wow! Slobberchops just eats whatever scraps you guys have, and then
I'll feed him some scraps.
plots your death while you sleep.
Good kitty.
Okay.
Isn't he like a mean kitty? But all right.
Hey,
Why do you talk about Slobberchops that way?
I just
Don't-
don't think he's a kitty whatsoever. I think he's like something else. You know, normal kitties, they don't have wings. You know, maybe. You know, I'm a
Something-
druids and all, so I know things about animals and whatnot.
It's fair.
Bring Bims out of his pocket dimension to play with them and keep watching. They can run around the campsite at 2 a.m. for no apparent reason, just zipping back and forth, waking everybody up. Because that's what cats and pseudo dragons do.
They will 100% do that. Alright, with that tale from Rhea, you guys will go to bed. And you wake up the next morning. It's kind of dreary. The sky is overcast. It's not raining, but it's a little bit stuffy. You collect your horses, gather your gear, you prepare your spells, and you feel a little bit more experienced after learning from recent fights.
Yeah, we're level 6. Woo.
So, you guys continue down the coastway along this 4-day journey. And for the rest of the journey, it's uneventful. Pass by a few wagons here and there, and you can't help but scrutinize any wagons that you go by, not knowing if you're going to be ambushed again, but you're not. Over the past 4 days, the weather has actually gradually worsened. It started off being a little bit overcast, and now dark clouds are releasing heavy, heavy rain over you guys. The roads are running thick with mud. Yeah, you trudge on, passing by more friendly merchant caravans that are headed north. They give you a gentle wave as they hastily try to beat the rain. On the morning of the 5th day, the rain eases off a little bit. It's no longer a heavy downpour, it's light. It's a little bit windy, but you're not getting absolutely soaked. Ahead of you, you see a path branch from the wider road, heading west towards the sea. There's just a raven perching solemnly on a leaning post that bears 2 signs that are pointed like arms. Both are pointed to the west. One reads, "The Way of the Lion." The other says, "Candlekeep." You head west along the Way of the Lion, and you arrive by mid-afternoon. The rain actually subsides at this time, and the clouds part. The afternoon sun shines through the clouds and illuminates the grey walls and pale spires of a time-worn fortress that stands majestically atop a rocky promontory overlooking the sea. The trail leads straight to it. Candlekeep.
All right, cool.
Wow, this looks fancies.
But it's
Oh,
not
that's
Yankee
the-
Candlekeep.
Says,
It probably
"Oh,
it would look better, except that bird is blocking the view.
oh, thank the
There you go.
gods," Baldur says. "We have arrived at last. Oh, my ass is getting sore from sitting atop this steed for many, many days. Oh, it is wet, it is really. That was one of the worst trips I've ever had. We almost got killed, and I am looking forward to having a nice warm meal. Ah, yes. Perhaps I will rest my feet up at the Candlekeep Inn for a day or two. But first, we must get in to Candlekeep. Come, let me do the talking at the entrance."
Okay,
Okie dokie.
you got the cook's books and all.
Yes.
He who holds the book holds the talkie stick, I guess.
No, that's the shells. You pass around the shells.
Alright, you guys enter into the grounds of Candlekeep, this majestic library city. At the gatehouse, you're greeted by 3 monks in purple robes, and Fallister ushers you all off your horses. Come. Off the horses, you must walk them now.
Yeah, at some point, Seb, I'm actually going to go ahead and summon my own fine steed. So I'll have like a celestial horse behind me. It'll be like a full black.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sure,
So-
you sure you don't want the healings to happen and get yourself a nice white steed?
Eh.
Do you want to do
Okay.
that now?
No. I'd probably had done it like right after the first day. So it's probably like I'll probably have it like go around by itself. We were out on the road for 4 days, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably like it's just following us, probably.
Okay. Warhorse.
Yeah, warhorse.
Okay.
Not a majestic moose.
I'll give you a warhorse token. If Roll20 decides to load. Alright, the warhorse obviously does not have armor. You can get armor for the horse. It costs 4 times the price of what regular armor is. Did you want to name the horse anything?
Probably Shadow.
Shadow. Okay, I can get you different artwork as well, like unique artwork for your token, or you can give us something too, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Shadow.
Again, your paladin, guys.
An emo horse.
Yeah.
I think you should have control of Shadow there. Let me just fix up Shadow's name plate. Save that to the sheet. Okay. Shadow joins you guys as well. Your other horse gets a little bit jealous, but
Yeah, that horse is a smarty horse.
the horse gets over it. Alright, so yeah, Fallister ushers you guys off your horses. Come. Off, all of you. Come. We must meet with the monks of Dania. Callan, why are you not moving? Callan shouldn't be there. Well, yeah, Callan and Alandir with you guys. They're just trailing behind a bit or whatnot. Or they're there, you just don't see them on the map. Come, enter. So the gates are open, and at the gatehouse there are 3 monks in purple robes. There is a human, a shield dwarf, and a sun elf. Around their necks, each hang a holy symbol of Dania, god of writing, whose symbol is a lit candle above an open eye. Sort of reminds you of this glistening, shining mirror atop Candlekeep that catches the sunlight and looks like a candle. The baldy human male monk greets you all. Oh, welcome to Candlekeep, says he.
Hello.
May I have all of your names, please? I am Rhea Manfamon.
Hellrider of Elturel.
Hellrider of Elturel.
You guys will introduce yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't
I
introduce
introduced
himself
myself
back.
as Ray Mantelmorn, Hellrider of Feltra.
Oh, that's a very specific name. Oddly specific. What a coincidence that both of you have that oddly specific name.
Oh, it gets stuck in your head. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to do that.
It's like an earworm.
It says, my name is Fallister Fisk. I'm good friends with Silvira Savicus. You know of her, yes? Oh, yes, the devil woman, yes. Well, a gift is required from those seeking admittance. You must donate a book or scroll that isn't already in the library's archives. Up to the value of 1,000 gold if you so wish. Please present your gift for inspection. The book will grant you admittance for a 10-day for your entire entourage. Oh, yes.
Look expectantly.
Come on, guys. Do you not have a book yourself? This is my grandma's recipe book. Must I really give it up?
Of it?
I don't think any of us are like the reading type, so unfortunately no.
Don't we? Still, well, we have a copy of.
Yeah, we got some of the stuff that we got from ladies from the library there that we were grabbing to look for.
Oh, do we?
Stuff.
All right.
Present your book to me. I have an accurate record of every single letter that is written in every single book in the entire
have
library's
Toma.
archive.
We have a tome Apocalypto.
Oh, may I see it, please? You pull out a
Sure.
black-covered tome. Ah, interesting. A bit morbid, but relevant, given the recent events that's been happening up north. I will take this, if this is your gift.
I look at the others. I already learned through it.
It's fine
Like-
by me. So.
Ah, thank
Yep,
you very
that's
much. I appreciate you allowing me to keep my mother's cookbook.
And yeah, you shouldn't have to give up your mother's cookbook for us.
Very well, I will accept this. Follow me. Get your horses. And he walks with a bit of a limp, and he uses a cane to like hobble into Candlekeep. He looks like he's 100 years old or something. Oh,
So if he is an elf, he'd be like 5.
So where's we leaving the horses?
he's
They're
got such a
like
long
stable?
beard. He almost looks like he's a dwarf, and he's sort of hunched over, so he's barely 5 foot tall. You could almost make it out for a dwarf. He's a little bit shorter.
He's a half dwarf.
But yeah, he just waits for you guys to get your horses and head in, and then he starts like explaining to you guys what Candlekeep is. Now, most of the outer buildings are private dormitories for monks like myself and public quarters for the visitors. You're free to go where you please. You can stay for a 10-day. You may use and find amenities as you would expect to find in a self-sufficient settlement: bathhouses, clothiers, granaries, gardens. This is the infirmary. If you are up for a bit of physical training and you suffer an injury, you may find yourself getting patched up by some fine clerics there. The hull is a small but noble barracks. If you're looking for accommodations, I would suggest you try the hearth. And he just starts pointing like around. At the far side of Candlekeep, you'll find the Candlekeep Inn, but I think it's closed at the moment for renovations. I'm not sure if they're accepting patrons. Next to that, you have the Candlekeep shop. You may purchase items, sell them. Although, true knowledge is true value. There is the hay hanger. You can stable your horses there. This is where I reside. If for some reason you may seek me, this is where you will go to pray to Ogma, the god of knowledge, if you so wish to. And the storehouse is where you can purchase other items. Of course, the most important building is the Great Library. This fortification, its walls are thick with books, thicker than the stonework that you see that contains it. You may find and use the library to study a range of topics, although a 10-day will not net you great knowledge. Also, I must warn you, teleportation in and out of Candlekeep is forbidden and warded against. And you can use your common sense about common laws. I can assure you, if trouble occurs, you'll be set upon by several powerful archmages that may be short on their tempers. And then he just walks off.
Alrighty.
Alright,
So as we bring the horses to Hayes' house, is that where they go?
yeah, you can stable them at the hay hanger. So, as you're just all milling about here, you see a variety of different mages just walking the outer street. So there is a cobblestoned walkway that cuts through very finely tended gardens and grand-looking trees. There is an archway that leads to the Great Library where you see bubbling fountains and neatly tended hedges. You see all manner of robed mage walking around here, and it's very, very peaceful. It's somewhat quiet. There are a few guards training here and there near the hull, practicing on wooden target dummies and whatnot. But all in all, it's got a very nice atmosphere here. So it seems like a place of learning. And yeah, I'm sure you guys looked at Fallister. So I will go and meet with my friend Silvira. You can make your way around the keep if you want, whatever you want to do, or you can come with me now. Up to you. I'll go and see her. I feel like perhaps she'll be very excited to see the puzzle box. Of course, I do not want to startle her with sudden arrival. She does not know that I am making my way here so soon, if she even knows I'm alive. Perhaps it may be best if you secure yourself some accommodations, drop off the horses, and then come and meet me.
Yeah, if you want to talk to her and catch up a bit, and
Sure.
let her know, and you can send for us when you're ready, or we can set a time to search her out and meet you.
Just give me 1 hour. That will be fine. Now, the main keep is very, very big. There are thousands of books and scrolls and dozens of different rooms. But the monks, they will be very helpful. Ask for Silvira Savikis. They will help you to guide your way to Silvira's office.
All right, we'll go get us lodging. Are you going to stay with us wherever we stay, or
No,
you have
I will
lodging
not.
here yourself, or?
I will stay with my friend Silvira, and I will probably leave Candlekeep very soon. But we'll see what Silvira has to say. I think this is where we shall part ways officially, though. It was
Alright.
traveling with you all. I am very glad I did not die, and I feel sorry for you for having to travel with that Hell Rider. I will see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you for your help.
Bye.
All right, let's go find a place to drink and sleep.
Alright, so you guys are free to explore wherever you want in Candlekeep. All the locations of interest are labeled.
Alright, let's look.
I want to explore that transmitter.
So let's put the horses over by the hay place.
Yeah, we'll put the horses by the hay hanger.
Okay.
Make sure there's no stinky barrels this time.
There is a necromancer running the hay hanger, which is just a small stable.
Going to go ahead. I'm actually going to go ahead. Where am I? I'm here. All right. I'm actually going to go ahead and recast Find Steed, so that so that Shadow's a mastiff for now, so he can follow him around instead of taking up space.
Okay. Shadow just resents you for changing him so quickly.
What? That was 4 days. Get over it.
He says it didn't feel like 4 days. Alright. What's your master's name?
Still Shadow.
Okay.
It's the same. It's the same Steed.
Same name.
Okay. Same soul.
Same Steed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
You
Hey,
just
I'm
gonna
a-
go rides in that dogs? That seems a little weird.
Oh, he's my pal. He's my buddy. It's a paladin's best friend, who is occasionally a horse, which makes him even better than a normal dog.
Alright. Shadow 2.0.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Alright, you guys head over to the hay hanger. It's a tiefling, and he's wearing this robe that has little bones strung to it, so as he moves, the bones clack together like wind chimes. And he has a bit of a dry, raspy voice. Welcome to the hay hanger, friends. Looking to leave your steeds here? Looking for stabling, perhaps?
Yes, we wants that. You don't have any zombies in barrels, right?
No. But
You're not actually a worshiper of Baal, Bane, or Merkel?
I do have some undead helpers, however. I can assure you they're completely under my control. They'll take good care of your horses. This is an efficient way to stable your horses. The cost is 5 silver pieces per day, per horse. My name is Carstis, by the way. Pleased to meet you all. Do not worry, I've stabled horses for 10 years here. You'll find no finer stabling in Candlekeep.
Cool.
So, adding this up, how many horses do you guys have? 7 plus Alandir and Kalan, 9. So it's costing you guys 45 gold for the whole
We're
10
not
day.
paying for his horse because his horse is a dog now that doesn't need to eat or anything.
Yeah, I didn't
No.
include Shadow. So 45 gold if you guys want to keep the horses here for the whole 10 day.
Were we just using them to get here and dropping them off?
Yeah, I thought we were letting them. Pick them
No,
up
that
at
was
this point.
the Flaming Fist horses that we lost.
Oh,
These are the ones we bought.
Have
Or
you made
rented.
arrangements? Other arrangements? Please inform
These-
me.
These aren't the Flaming Fist horses. Oh yeah, they all got dead.
Yeah, they all got deaded. I
Were
think
they
we
the
rented
ones?
these horses.
Yeah, these were
Yeah, we
rented horses. Yeah.
your
Okay, so we gotta pay them.
horses got deaded? How unfortunate. I could have made use of them.
Oh, you could have undeaded them.
Undeaded.
That's what some would say, yes. Do not worry. Necromancy. It is not frowned upon as much as it used to be.
I still frowns on it lots, not gonna lie, but sure. You got the money, Ravens? We good?
So yeah, you guys feel like the Flaming Fists are probably going to expect some horses back, even if they're not the same ones. So, like, if you want to
that's,
just, if you tell him, then
Unfortunate.
if you tell him that the Flaming Fists have organized to retrieve these horses, and
Yeah, but didn't we just rent these horses? We can't have like the Flaming Fist take them.
Well,
The chaotic good
I'm not mad at
orc
you, the
thinks this is
Flaming Fist
okay.
One merchant.
Rhea just says, "Who gives a shit about the Flaming Fist?"
Sticking with the bill.
Wow.
Well, we
They
should
can
pay our
afford it.
way with this man, regardless. So we are not indebted to him.
Sure.
What's it going to be? There is a mage that he often teleports to and fro Baldur's Gate from outside of Candlekeep once every 10 day, and he takes horses with him if he has spare creatures to take.
Okay, so
It's like a one-way rental. Quite intuitive, really.
Yeah, I mean, my personal take is like F the Flaming Fist, and we should probably just return the stuff we rent.
yeah. Well, still, they'll get them back, and then we can just worry about paying the rental fees at a later date.
Hmm.
Do you want me to forward the payment to the Flaming Fist? This is common for soldiers traveling that seek knowledge.
Yeah,
How
we're
much-
seeking the knowledge, and it's 45
Yeah, how-
gold. So I mean,
I will just need some manner of proof that you are Flaming Fist, of course.
I showed my
they
badge.
took all that.
Yeah.
So
I don't think
Well,
then
don't you
let's
ha-
just pay them.
They took all.
Don't
the
you have
badges.
one? I thought you had a badge, right? Didn't you have a badge that you gave to someone else and then he gave it back to you? That we
They
didn't
gave
actually.
it back to me. I gave it to them.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I
you know,
could
if they're
take
gonna
your
fire
names.
us, this is severance.
If
If
you
they're gonna
are
fire us, these
happy
horses
to
are
sign your
severance.
names over, I will forward this to the Flaming Fist.
let's just give them the 45's gold. I think we might need to like take our horses back if we have to go rides in from here and all. So we
Yep,
have some money.
that's fair.
Might as well just
There you
pay them.
Very well. Alright, cross off
I will
45
subtract
gold.
it.
And your horses are stabled.
Then we should probably go to the inn, get some rooms, right? For the 10-day?
Didn't they say it was closed for renovations and whatnot? So
Oh, okay.
The Candlekeep Inn, yes, but there's also the Hearth. It looks like a newer establishment from what you could tell.
Like down
So,
here in the
there.
south.
let's go there. Gets ourselves the rooms and all.
You walk past the Candlekeep Inn, and all of the windows are boarded up, and there's a sign over the door that says Candlekeep Inn price list, and it says room per night, 1,000 gold piece book entry.
Oh yeah, we could stay there.
Now you see a mage over here, a lawn mage, who's literally just casting some spells to like tend to the gardens as well on the lawn as you guys walk by.
Little fireball
Aye.
leaves.
You see all kinds of mages here practicing their skills. You head over to the Hearth, and there's another map for this establishment, so I'll move you guys into that. Didn't leave anyone behind, did we?
Nobody important.
Okay, let me grab you there, Nico. You guys don't really attract a whole lot of attention as well as you walk through Candlekeep. It seems like plenty of adventurers head through here. Alright. You guys, Callan should be with you. Alright, you guys head into the Hearth, and it's kind of chilled out here. So, the Hearth. Where
Is
are
this
we?
map like snapped on or? Oh, never mind. It's just up in one corner. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are over here. Grab some music as well. Alright, so the Hearth. Where are we? So it's a 2-story building. It's made from stone. And it has a very low ceiling. It's like 9 feet tall. So yeah, it's a very squat, sort of very rustic looking building. And the ceiling's supported by these massive wooden cross beams, and there are narrowed shuttered windows everywhere. It's very, very dark inside, and all the shutters are closed for the most part, and little sunlight actually makes its way in. And there's a large fire pit in the middle of the room, surrounded by half a dozen tables and matching benches. You see a couple of patrons. There's just some solemn warrior sitting by himself, a frail old man reading a book. There is a barmaid. Looks like there are a couple of rooms downstairs, and there is a set of stone stairs leading up to where you would guess there are more rooms. And of course, there is someone who really stands out, and that is this green-skinned ogre who wears spectacles, and he's reading a large book. He seems like a bit of a scholar.
Banner.
So you guys head
Greetings.
in. Rhea just yeah, Phallus is not with you guys. Let me move. Rhea just sort of sits down at a table. Alright, so who are you going up to? The old man?
I'm gonna go up to the ogre.
I just wants to get a room, so I'm going up to barmaids, I guess.
Yep.
Alright. So Nico, you approach the barmaid and she smiles. Oh, welcome to the Hearth. My hotel is as clean as an elven arse.
I have no frames of reference on how clean that is, but I'll assume that they
Oh, it's very clean. Much cleaner than the Candlekeep Inn.
And also is much more opens. So we're looking to get a room. So how much would a rooms be for a night?
Oh, we have modest rooms available. 5 silver per person per night. Includes a mug of ale and a modest meal.
5 silvers per persons per night. Yeah. Do you have enough rooms for all of us here?
Yes, we currently have. Let me check. And she takes out a piece of paper. We've got 7 rooms spare at the moment. This is the low season.
We'll take them.
And is that enough for your entire party? You seem to be quite a big party.
7 of us.
Yeah. I think that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that means we might get a couple of people together, but yeah.
I get the robes and quick run over to Nico and tell him to get on my shoulders and put the robe on.
There is a storage room that you may lay down your bedrolls. Because you're such a large group, I'll throw it in for free. It's large enough to accommodate multiple people.
Okay, so that
Would you like
sounds
to see the
perfect.
rooms now?
There's 8 of us in total?
Yeah, there's 7 of you guys plus Rhea.
Okay.
Alright.
I think people want to get some drinks and some eats and what's not, so we could probably wait until after it goes up.
She takes out a keyring. Tell me when you're ready. She jingles it around a little bit, and it's 35 gold for the 10-day for you guys.
Are we paying for 10 days? Let's just pay a day at a time in case we decide to leave the place.
Alright, 3 gold and 5 silver if you want to pay for 1 day.
Yeah, we'll do that. 45 silver. 35 silver.
35 silver.
We can do 7s. We're definitely going to be here for 2. We can go from there.
Alright,
All
do
right, so we'll
7
silver.
gold. Alright, let me make a note of that you guys have 2 days. Alright, while that conversation's going on, I'm learning how to type.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Alright. While that conversation's going on, Raven, you've headed over to this ogre. And he's very big. He's hunched over, but he still is 6 foot tall sitting down. And he's just sitting by himself in a corner reading a book. He has spectacles on, and he has this fancy gold bracelet wrapped around his wrist. And you approach him and he just sort of tips the book down and looks at you through the tip of his nose. Ah, greetings, friend. Can I help you with something?
Hello.
Let's just come over, say hi. What are you reading?
Ah,
Anything good?
thank you for taking interest, my friend. And he flips the cover over. The Sum of Theology. And you see the author's name is Saint Vithera.
What's it about?
About knowledge and enlightenment, my friend. That is what I seek. You seem to take a great interest in me. Do I stand out among other patrons? Do you find me intriguing?
Yes.
I might swipe. I don't know.
Your eyes do not deceive you, my friend. I am, yes, an ogre. How am I so intelligent, you may ask? If you would like to sit and join me for a drink, then I can tell you my tale.
Yep. I'll sit down. I'm very interested in hearing your story, sir.
Well, a few years ago, I was just like every other ogre. I was cruel. I was brutish. We lived in a cave near Nightstone. We would go out on raids. We would take what we want through our brute strength. We would kill, we would pillage, we would rob, we would murder. We did it all. But one day, when I was out, we attacked a caravan. There was a halfling. He was a guard hired on to assist the caravan to protect it from ogres like myself. He wore a shiny gold headband. I wanted this headband. It was gold, it was shiny, so it attracted me. I bashed his head in with my club. I killed the puny runt for it. And then he shows you this bracelet. around his wrist, which is about the size of a halfling's head. I put the necklace around my wrist, and I spent a bit of time with it, attuning to it. The necklace, it felt like it was one with me. And it enlightened me. I became a genius. And then I realized, with this great enlightenment and knowledge, the error of my ways. And from that moment on, I did not return to my cave. I sought out a better life. I took on the name Little One to honor the poor halfling whose life I cut short. I tried to enter the city of Waterdeep, but I was shunned by the polite society. I was told to leave before I would be attacked. They vehemently refused me. So I came to Candlekeep, hoping to learn as much as I can. They accepted me here. Been here for a while now. I heard a joke. I hope you can relate to it. I am becoming a piece of furniture here. Ha ha ha. The monks are very nice. They always say hello to me. They're always recommending me new books to read. So that is my story.
Awesome.
Cool.
Good story,
glad you're feeling
except
better
for the halfling killing and whatnot. But the rest of the
Yeah.
story was great.
Well, I honor him the best I can. I am ashamed of the crimes I have committed. I can only seek to better myself now. And through knowledge is enlightenment and betterment.
It's great to learn, because knowledge is power.
Indeed. This headband has made me a genius. It truly has. Oh my god, whose baby is that? Alright, so yeah, you guys sit around, have a drink, and it's just a tavern. There's not a whole lot happening here. Everyone's really quiet. There's rooms. Do you want to see your rooms now?
Sure.
Alright, follow me. And she takes the keys and takes you guys upstairs. I'll move you guys upstairs so you can see your rooms. You head up the stone steps and you come to a sparsely lit corridor. It's so dark down here, but the barmaid, she takes a lantern to guide your way. You just see a 10 to 15 foot wide, very rustic looking hallway with a number of rooms and doors. She shines the lantern into this large room and pushes the door ajar. Now this is the storage room I mentioned. Come in, take a look. And you just see a very large empty stone room with a single window facing north. And it pretty much just faces the wall of Candlekeep. It doesn't have a view. There's no furnishings whatsoever. Any of your excess party members may stay here.
Okay, so I can stay here. Looks fine by me.
And there are more rooms down here, and she goes through and she pushes doors open for you guys. Everyone can select a room.
I'll stay in this one. I think.
They're all pretty much the same. They're very sparsely furnished. That one's Eigen, it literally just has a bedroll on the ground. Some of them have a larger cot. Some of them have a desk and a chair. A couple of them have foot lockers. They don't even all have foot lockers to put your stuff in. But Ray doesn't like that.
Where's the one I see that had a bathtub in it?
There's no bathtubs in any of them.
Oh, I thought in the first one there was like a bathtub in the very first room to the right when we walked in the door.
That's an empty room
Picture.
with nothing.
Oh, well, this one there's a bed and a bathtub in it. All right, fine.
A small rat scurries by and Rhea gasps. Do you have anything a bit more private and cleaner? And there is a room with a bathtub downstairs, Reeve.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Rhea says, I'll take that room with the bathtub downstairs.
Or you can share the tub.
I think not.
You can have second water.
That's the this is the
Ew.
elves in spot and all.
Alright, Ray is going to take the room downstairs.
I'd make you a battle of wits for it, but I don't fight unarmed opponents.
Alright, you guys select your rooms and head out now.
We'll go meet what's her name.
So yeah, a few hours left of sunlight and no time to waste. Or did I take everyone's tokens off? Let me put them back on. Okay, so you guys want to go head up and meet Silvera now?
Yep.
Yeah, slide down the roof.
There's not really a whole lot to do here other than study or something like that at the moment. Unless you wanted to buy or sell items.
Oh. But we can do that later after we talk to her.
So you guys head through to the Great Library. There are some mages here reading in the courtyard. There's fine bubbling fountains. The Great Library is a towering edifice with many spires, conical peaks. And you head on in to the main keep. There are hundreds and hundreds of monks and wizards inside. There are thousands of bookshelves. They pretty much line every single wall that you can see. There are multiple rooms, lecture halls, leading off into all different rooms, and these hallways connect to a number of different towers. There seem to be a tower for every different school of magic, and many more towers. You can see how many there are on this map.
Does anybody look like they're doing like translations for books? Or?
Oh, there's anything here. If it has something to do with knowledge, then yeah.
No, I'm just gonna go over and read the original book over their shoulder, as they struggle to make the translations.
Okay. You stop by and take a quick glance, but everyone's moving pretty quick, and there's so many people moving around here. If you lag behind, you will get lost. You meander through, and you speak to a couple of helpful monks. They stop and offer you guys directions. Some more of these monks of Denier, or acolytes of Ogma, the god of knowledge. And they point you to Silvera Savicus's laboratory, and they refer to her as the Devil Lady. She has her own office located in one of Candlekeep's spires. And you guys have just arrived now.
Cool. Hello.
And she likes smooth jazz.
She does.
Yeah. I mean, she is a devil lady, so.
You head up into the tower. All the walls are punctuated by arch windows, and they're all currently shuttered, so it's actually pretty dingy in here. There are bookcases filled with eldritch volumes standing between the windows. There are tables crowded with specimen jars. There's an alchemy lab set up here. There's heaps of other clutter, quills, ink, chests, all sorts of concoctions, curio shelves with different spell components, and it's pretty messy. And engraved into the floor of the chamber, before you enter, like at the entryway, there is a 9-pointed star, and you've seen that same symbol in the dungeon under the villa. Seems to be a symbol of the 9. I've actually got some artwork of that symbol. Let's take a look. Maybe I don't have it in this game. Anyway, it's just a 9-pointed star. So, yeah, I don't have the artwork, but a 9-pointed star. It's pretty simple. So, you head up and you see a middle-aged tiefling. She's dressed in wizardly robes, and she's standing behind a desk. She's caught in Fagu of intense contemplation. Accurate depiction there. And perched on this table, next to her, is this spindly little demon with warty green skin and buggy eyes, thin black horns and a whip-like tail. So this is Silvera, the Archmage. She's got a red tinge to her skin, proudly shows off her horns. And this is Jezebel, this little quasit demon. It just screeches a little bit when you guys enter and scurries along this table amidst a heap of books and whatnot. And Fallister's just watching her intently and smiles, and he whispers to her as you guys enter. And she turns around. Oh, I can't tell you how pleased I am to see you all. What have you brought me? She says.
I think we're trying to figure out this couple of things.
It's the puzzle box, isn't it? Yes, Fallister has told me. Thank you for getting him alive. By the way, he already told me how you rescued him from the dungeon underneath the Van Thampavilla. So I'm all clued in of all the situations. Of course, I did calculate a similar outcome, but before he even left Candlekeep. Well, these are the privileges of being an archmage. Your mind works wonders.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, let's just cut straight to the chase now. You've got the puzzle box, yes?
Yeah.
And that is Rhea Mantlemorn, yes? That one?
Yeah, Hellrider of Elturels. Yeah.
Hellrider of Elturel, yes.
Oh. Interesting. You're not going to like what I'm about to say, Rhea Mantlemorn, Hellrider of Elturel. I'm not going to coddle you or dance around facts now. I'm not about half-truths. I've been suspicious of the High Overseer of Elturel for a very long time. Nobody wanted to hear my concerns, because Thavius Krieg was widely regarded as a hero who saved the city from an undead scourge, giving rise to the holy nation of Eldergard. Right?
Yeah, we got that history, so good.
Yep.
Rhea nods. Yes, well, we thought the High Overseer was fighting for Elturel. Oh yes. Hailed as a savior, Thavius made all citizens of Elturel swear an oath called the Creed Resolute. Have you heard of that one? None Hellriders?
Yeah, Ray told us about it the other day.
Yeah, we got that ones too.
Oh, so then you know that it binds them to defend the nation of Eldergard. That Thavius Krieg. I actually met him years ago, you know. My instincts told me straight away that he was a charlatan. Afterward, I grew to suspect that he'd actually cut a deal with one of the powerful devils of the Hells, or perhaps even more. The Creed Resolute. Yes. He would have used that to bind all of Elturel to his dark deal. And Rhea looks like shocked. What? I wish to prove my theory right now. I believe the evidence is locked inside the puzzle box. Where is the puzzle box?
Here you go.
Oh my. Oh, it's beautiful. I've seen many. I mean, the box itself is not beautiful, but what's inside it? Oh my. That is the true beauty.
Yeah, watch out. It fries your brains if you don't know shit right. So that's what I learned when I was looking it up, at least.
Oh, thank you for your insignificant contribution. I am Silvera Savicus, expert on Devils in the Nine Hells. These puzzle boxes, I go through them like candy. And I like candy.
I like candy too.
I don't mean to be condescending to you or nothing. It's just, I am
It's just you are.
superiorly intellectual.
I mean,
that's all.
it is what it is. I mean, some people's just are like the way they are.
In case you guys didn't know, that means talking down to you.
Yes. That means I'm talking down to you. She explains what that means.
Oh, cool. Okay. I wasn't sure.
I'm actually an expert on magic puzzle boxes. I've got dozens of them. I've actually made some myself. So do you really think I don't know how this works? Anyway, enough about that. Jezebel! Fetch me a flask of dark liquid, would you? Little Quasit starts squealing and jumps off the table, its tail flicking up and almost slashes Bargo as it jumps and crawls along the floor. It jumps up to a bookshelf, and there are a number of cabinets and vials also on the bookshelf. And it opens up a cabinet and it starts rummaging through vials and knocks a couple over, a few vials smash onto the ground, releasing these strange coloured clouds of smoke. But Jezebel doesn't seem to care. Grabs this vial and then jumps back on the table next to Silvera. Excellent. She takes the puzzle box. She places it on the counter. She takes a vial that Jezebel just fetched for her, and she pours this dark liquid, only a small amount, into the maze-like troughs carved into the box's surface. She then picks the box up and effortlessly just tips it from side to side, and the liquid flows in certain directions through the maze-like patterns. And then the box's horn inlays, they pop loose, and the puzzle box breaks apart, collapsing onto the counter. Inside, there is a stack of 9 circular chain-linked plates, each one about 2 inches in diameter. They're stacked up atop one another, like 9 coins. Oh, that's it? And you can see the top one is stamped with infernal runes. This is the contract. This is the contract. Shall I do the honors, or did one of you want to expose Thavius Krieg for the charlatan that he
Oh, no,
is?
you go right ahead.
Go for it.
Very well. I'll read it out. Because I'm sure that not everyone here can actually speak Infernal, so it's best that I do it. And Jezebel's eyes sort of widen as that puzzle box opens. And here's some cool artwork of that happening. She casts Mage Hand and unravels this contract. Oh, Hellrider. Sit down. She points like to Ray and then points to the chair, and Ray shakes her head. No, I don't need to sit down. Why do I need to sit down? I want to hear this. I want to see that the High Overseer is what he is. I must hear it.
Yeah,
Say it.
She finds it much easier to talk downs to you when you're sitting.
Haha, clever, little one. So, let's see what this says. She actually seems to read it all first before she reads it out to you guys, and then she just chuckles. Oh my. This is going to be fun. Be it known to all that I, Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of El Terrell, have sworn to my master Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all matters and for all time. I will place her above all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all of my days, and beyond with fear and civility. I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Insidiator, hereafter called the Companion. In my capacity as High Overseer of El Terrell and its vassal territories, I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zariel. All persons bound by oath to defend El Terrell are also considered forfeit, including Hellriders. It didn't actually say that. I further recognize that this dispensation will last 50 years, after which the Companion will return whence it came, taking El Terrell and its oath-bound defenders with it, if that is Zariel's wish. All this is my everlasting pledge. Signed, Thavius Krieg. Rhea just looks over at you all, and her eyes start to roll into the back of her head. She stumbles around and tries to grab onto Raven's arm, and then she just collapses and faints on the spot after hearing that. Her soul is forfeit to Zariel. That's why I told her to sit down. I knew she would faint.
Damn.
Splash a little water on her.
So, I guess that's all that's then. I mean, they all signs the deals with the devil and whatnots, so...
Can the contract be binding if they didn't specify who they were signing, that they were actually signing their soul over? I mean, yeah, they're told that it's to defend Elturel, but leave, without habeas corpus and, all that other good stuff. This may not be binding.
Oh, it is binding, my friend. This is a devil's contract. This isn't like the common law that you know. Yes, if they have signed their name to the Tomb of the Creed Resolute, Davius Krieg is the High Overseer and leader of the Hell Riders, then he has the authority to sell all of their souls, I'm afraid, if they have signed a contract themselves.
Then we'll just have to find out where that book is and destroy it.
Wait, what? No. Destroying a contract does not void the contract, fool. How could I expect you to know that?
There's no proof.
Oh, I could explain to you why it doesn't work, but that would take a lot of capacity, and I'm not sure if your brain could comprehend it all, I'm afraid.
So what could void the contract then? Or at least get them out of that wherever...
Oh, only the devil that he'd formed the contract with can undo it. Of course, all of their souls will be forfeit as well if the contract is breached in any way. I mean, I could certainly teach you all about devils. You're free to use my library, but that's a lot of reading. And I certainly don't have time to be your mentor.
Well, that sounds good. We could probably use a couple days to read about devils and stuff.
Well, what do you hope to do?
Summon the devil and kill him.
Yeah, I think lots of peoples have tried that, and
Summon
probably didn't go
an
so good for
archdevil?
them.
Are you insane?
Not to mention, don't you have to kill them on their home?
Yeah.
Not like here?
Well, I
Well-
have nothing better to do this weekend.
Who said anything about killing? You don't have to kill the devil. You just have to convince him to undo the contract.
Or in this case, her.
Well, yes, them. Zariel, the leader of Avernus, the ruler of the Archduchess. She is no longer a she. She is beyond that.
I'm
A
pretty
true
sure
devil.
that she probably wouldn't like hearing that and all. I mean, once a lady's always a lady's, at least that's what I'm saying.
Tyken, this is our chance. If you want to fix Elturel, you need to go to Avernus. You need to get into hell. Take me to the 9 hells with you. Do this, and I swear to serve you faithfully, as both a guide and an advisor.
Huh.
We have a celestial with us. Maybe they can talk to the devil and work something out.
Alright, Silvera seems so caught up with the puzzle box. You did remember Fallister saying that she will pay you. She'll give you magic items or something like that for the puzzle box. But yeah, she seems to only now just notice the shield of the Hidden Lord. And her eyes widen. Oh my! How did I not notice that? How did I not notice Gargoth on your wrist? She points to the shield of the Hidden Lord.
Oh, is that the name of the Celestial?
What? Celestial? Do you have any idea what that is that you wield?
It's a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's a shield.
my. That is not a shield. That shield. It is a symbol of good's triumph over evil. Gazing at such beauty, one can easily overlook a terrible force bound within it. Gargoth is, I believe, its name. Though it calls itself the Hidden Lord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you believed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, it was hidden.
It was hidden. It was a lord.
I
Did
would
help
have
me.
easily seen through that deception.
Cool.
It's a pit fiend, bent by Asmodeus to corrupt mortals on the material plane. There it has amassed such a following as to rival that of gods. In a way, Gargoth is sort of a demigod. It has worshippers that increases its power exponentially. My, how the mighty have fallen. The shield has the power to corrupt everything around it. The human family of Baldur's Gate has kept it for years now. Doubtless they'll want it back. Have they tried to get it back? Don't answer that. They have, right? They sent someone? Maybe some mercenaries or something to get it back? I thought so. This shield, it should not be taken to any place where thousands of mortals reside. You are insane for bringing it here. It needs to be locked away in an extra-dimensional space, away from corruptible souls. I'm happy to do that for you.
Unfortunately, I think if you do that, I might actually end up getting a case of the...
Corruptoids.
You're not seriously listening to this babble, are you, Zygon? Zygon?
Plus
+2.
he has Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he did promise to help us, so I think I'll keep it around for a little bit.
You're going to keep it in Candlekeep? Oh my, this is a bad idea. At least tell me how long you're planning to stand here so I can make some doomsday preparations when it brings down a portal to hell or something.
Oh, you're a prepper?
Of course, I am an expert on 9 hells after all. Well, you're safe in Candlekeep at least, because there are magical wards placed on the city that prevent teleportation in or out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the sooner we get help on figuring out what to do with El Terrell, the faster we'll probably all be out of here and out of your...
Rhea comes to, and she stands up. She's got tears in her eyes and she's shaking. She's got her fists clenched and her head is down. Her cloak covering the top of her face. She just murmurs, "If Zariel wants my soul, she's welcome to try and take it."
I mean, strictly speaking, she has your soul.
I must have escaped that fate from being outside of Eltergard during the fall of Elturel. But I must do what I can. Devil woman, you're an expert on the 9 hells. You're an archmage. Can you use magic to transform me to Elturel? I must do what I can to save the city. Oh, yes. A plane shift. Well, I mean, I could do it, but obviously you weren't listening to what I just said, because I just said that you can't teleport in and out of Candlekeep.
Well, there's a whole wide world outside the gates.
And are you going to pay for my re-entry?
Like, for heat shields and stuff for re-entry?
No,
I'm
like
not
a
exempt
book.
to the payment for entry to Candlekeep. No. If you want to get teleported to Elturel, I have a friend that can do it for you. Trax, his name is. He's always up in the sky. I can have you taxied over there by Griffin if you want. That'll cover the payment for the puzzle box, right? The contract and all that.
What about some magic items for my friends here?
All right. And she reaches underneath her table and she just slaps down a golden necklace on the top of the table. There you go, a headband of intellect.
Huh.
You didn't
Does
go
that
kill
look
an
like the
ogre
one
for
that
this or
went
anything,
with
right?
What? No. Well, obviously I have no use for it, she says. I don't want to be dumbed down by that magic item.
Alright.
Anybody use this?
So this is sufficient payment then?
Oh, I thought we were getting one things each and whatnot.
I knew you were going to press me. So I prepared.
That's kind of what we do.
I'm always one step ahead. Fine. And she reaches under her table again. A javelin of lightning. She slams that down on the table. There.
He knows what's happening next. So goes back under the table for a second. See how prepared you were.
This is all I'm giving you. Hardly even worth it on my end, but I mean, it was quite exciting. I mean, just to see the look on the Hell Rider's face, quite amusing. Oh, and I did also contemplate the fact that some adventurers would come and you'd all want to be plane shifted to El Terrell to try and save the city, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any? I mean, yeah, we could plane shift to El Terrell, but if we don't really have a plan, then we're just going to go to hell for.
Oh, whoa!
Fuzzy.
Of course, you've got Silvera Savikis on your side, expert of the 9 hells and Devil Master. I'll give you a map of Avernus. I'll plane shift you to El Terrell, and I only ask for one small token. A little souvenir that you may bring back for me. A soul
What's
coin.
that?
A what now?
Jezebel.
This is where you do the mix with the explainings and whatnot.
She just starts speaking to Jezebel in Infernal. So who understands Infernal?
I speak Infernal. I mean, I got horns and everything too. I'm pretty.
She then quickly changes. She looks around. She quickly changes it to Abyssal.
All right.
I speak
Still
Abyssal.
listening.
She's like, she says to Jezebel, oh, you know what? I really much do enjoy these guests, Jezebel. Their low intelligence makes me feel even smarter to be surrounded by fools.
Yep,
I know,
I
I'm a
understand
fool,
that.
but I
I
don't
also
juggle.
know Abyssal.
Okay, she looks up at you all. Oh, I was just asking Jezebel to clean up the mess that she made.
Yeah.
Run along,
Sure,
Jezebel.
would you like us fools to juggle for you? Make you
She's
feel better?
taken aback a little bit. So, what were we just talking about before? Oh yes, soul
plan.
coin. And she goes over to a bookshelf, grabs a tome off the shelf. She comes back and opens it up on the table, and it's got a diagram of a coin. And she'll tell you all about them.
Oh, and you'll also see that our horses are returned to the proper person too?
I'm still not sure as why we're going to Hells and whatnot. Just to help out Rhea Mantelmore, Hell Rider of Helterel.
Rhea says to you, I don't expect you to come with me. And she steps forward. Whatever you need,
that's fine.
I will get what you need. Tell me, what is this soul coin about? And Rhea just doesn't expect you guys to come with her. But, yeah, she sort of just interrupts you when you question why you'd be going. And then Silvera is already off on this tangent talking about soul coins. So they are about 5 inches across, about an inch thick. They're minted from infernal iron. Each coin weighs 1/3 of a pound and is inscribed with infernal writing and a spell that magically binds a single soul to the coin. Because each soul coin has a unique soul trapped within it, each has a story. A creature might have been imprisoned as a result of defaulting on a deal, like Rhea here, while another may be the victim of a night hag's curse. And yeah, she pretty much tells you all this information like you've just identified it. To hold the soul coin is to feel the soul bound within it, overcome with rage and fraught with despair. An evil creature can carry as many as they want, but a non-evil creature can only carry a number equal or less to their constitution modifier without penalty. A non-evil creature carrying a number of soul coins greater than that has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws as the weight of these anguished souls bears down on you. A soul coin has 3 charges if it's fully charged, and you can use your action to actually do a couple of things. You can drain someone's life, or you can query the soul. You can free a soul by casting a spell that removes curse, and it expends all the coin's charges, and then the coin rusts and is no longer a soul coin. You can also free the coin by destroying it, the soul within the coin by destroying it, and most importantly, it's a hellish currency. You see, soul coins are a currency of the 9 hells and are highly valued by devils. The coins are used among infernal hierarchy to barter for favors, bribe the unwilling, and reward the faithful for services rendered. Soul coins are created by Mammon. That is the 4th layer of the 9 hells, by the way, well, the leader of the 4th layer, and his greater devils on Mineris, the 3rd layer, yes, in a vast chamber where the captured souls of evil mortals are bound to the coins. These coins are then distributed throughout the 9 hells to be used for goods and services, infernal deals, dark bargains, and bribes. And then she slams the book shut. So, I've always wanted one of these soul coins. Would you bring one back as a souvenir? Whatever you need, Rhea says.
So we're deals in tortured souls now? I mean, okay, I guess it's better than some devils having it and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, there are evil souls in there, right? And yeah, it's
Oh, no,
better
not
for
necessarily. Anyone who has avoided a contract, they could have been a lawful good paladin of Paylor. Oh, they'll still have their soul trapped in there, oh yes, if they've somehow got embroiled with a devil deal. Oh, there's nothing glorified about it.
Okay. Well, better with you than a devil, I guess.
Oh, maybe we can find an evil one carrying an evil soul to give her.
Yeah. I mean, if it's currency in the 9 hells, then we can probably find a couple of pieces. Just free the good ones and give her a bad one.
Jezebel comes back with a large map scroll, carrying it underneath its arms, and it sort of spills it over the table. Oh, thank you, Jezebel, very handy. And Sylvira takes the cap off the top of the scroll case, a map case, and then she spreads it out. This map might not be entirely reliable. Its creator went mad making it, but there you go. And she gives you a map of Avernus. This is the only map in Candlekeep, by the way, so you take good care of it. I've never actually been there myself, so tell me what it's like if you get back. I mean, Rhea, unless you're all going to go there.
I got nothing better to do.
If this is how I earn my redemption, then alright.
Rhea looks over the map. Pit of Shumrath. Sundered chains. Spawning trees. Kochichi's Moor? Where's El Terrell on this map? I thought you would say that. When this map was cartographized, El Terrell wasn't in Avernus, my dear. That's basic logic. Really. Oh, yes, of course. But my plane shift spells, well, the ones I taught Trax, they're very accurate. El Terrell, I think, is not quite in Avernus yet. Sort of quasi-hell. Half in, half out, you could say. So the plane shift spell should work, but luckily for you, you won't experience the true hell for what it is. It shouldn't be that bad, really, but no doubt there'll be some sort of remnants of the Blood War, you know, demons fighting devils and whatnot. So, Rhea seems to be wanting to go. Who else wants to save El Terrell? More chances for soul coins for me.
That means
Still really like some sort of plan before we go into hell. But I'm just the muscle. Point me at something and I'll hit it.
Well,
or make it squirt.
If you want to go right now, I could easily have you griffined over, but you're free to spend a little bit of time here and maybe make some preparations. You can use my extensive library. Research Devils in the Nine Hells if you want.
Yeah, let's do that a little. Maybe gets all of our gears together and stuff like that, and see if someone else has, like, you know, I think it's going to be Hots there. Maybe some water, some provisions, and other stuff. Some things to save your souls and whatnot.
Sounds good.
Zygon, ask the Devil Lady how I can be freed.
Oh, I thought you knew.
No, if I knew I would be free. I am trapped here. I am unable to leave this prison.
We have a deal, though, right? All right. I'm gonna ask. So, how does this guy get free?
You want to free a pit fiend?
Of course not. No.
We just want to avoid that.
Yeah.
I want to walk into a situation where someone
Make a
do
deception check, Zygon.
A second.
You are headed down a dark path, my friend, but quite frankly, if you're in hell and you release a pit fiend, well, there's no better place for it. So, as long as you're taking that shield with you, I'm not sure, maybe something that can dispel evil away from the shield. There may be a small chance, a 1 in 100 chance of actually driving out the pit fiend. Excellent. You'll go towards this means to an end for me, Zygon.
Oh, but I thought you weren't a pit fiend.
To dispel the evil out of the shield.
Okay.
Good. Don't make me make you punch yourself.
What?
Nothing. Alright then, should we cue the montage music? You know, you're going to go downstairs and train against dummies, come back ripped and all ready to go?
Sounds
Exactly.
good.
Lots of books
Yep.
on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then. Well, thank you for rescuing Fallister, and it is lovely to meet you all. I've got a lot on my agenda, so I cannot spare you much more time. But when you're ready to depart, I'll be here. Just give me 1 day's notice, please, so I can organize things.
Okay.
Alright, you guys exit her tower then. So Fallister comes out with you guys and meets you out the front. My friends, I hope you are satisfied now. You have learned what has happened to El Terrell. Do you need any further assistance from me?
Oh no, thank you for bringing us here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for allowing
Glad I did clear down your
me
city
to
when
keep
everybody
my
watches
grandmother's cookbook.
me. Maybe we can make a meal out of that when we get back and have supper.
I have seen different of you Baldurians. If you head back to Baldur's Gate, if you survive your next journey, come to Little Kalimshan. I will speak to the Yammakas. I will have you all gain access, and we shall enjoy a show at the Moonlight Theatre. Together. As equals.
Sounds like a plan.
You're doing well for the reputation of Baldurians. Now, I am planning to get the next teleportation spell out of here, along with the horses. Thank you, and good luck with everything. Goodbye.
See. Bye.
Bye.
I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, so you say goodbye to Fallister. It's just a very quick goodbye. He just seems like he's happy to just leave as soon as possible. Alright, so yeah, so you guys stand out in the courtyard now. The great library is before you, and Silvera is very, very talkative and chatty, and she speaks incredibly quick, so it's been hard to think about what you guys want to do. You're hit with a lot of information really quickly, so now is the time where you may want to discuss what you want to do. You know that Ray has already made up her mind. She will be plane shifted to El Terrell as soon as possible. So how do the rest of you guys feel?
I think we still need to figure out more of what we're gonna be expecting when we go, if or slash when.
Okay, so as I can suggest preparing. If you guys want to spend time in Candlekeep, there are a number of downtime activities available. You have a 10-day, which is 2 weeks. After that, you need to pay another book to stay in the city. Available activities are buying a magic item, selling a magic item, crafting an item, including magic items, gambling at the hearth, relaxing in the courtyard of the Great Library, religious services for Ogma, research in the Great Library, scribing a spell scroll, and if you don't want to do anything, the default is working, where you're pretty much just paying for your way. So there is a list of these activities here. There's handouts for each and every activity. You guys will each have 2 weeks. We'll go around the table, one person at a time, and see what you guys want to do with that time. I'll give you guys also another minute to think on that, and we'll take a 10-minute break now. When we get back, we'll see how you guys want to prepare. Let me know if you have any questions as well about any of the activities. See you guys soon.
All right, back. I guess it was break time. Okay.
How's everyone doing?
I'm okay. Well, funerals are expensive.
Alright, and I had to go pick up his wife from the airport, so he goes off to begin whatever preparations he's gonna to make. And Rhea also meets you guys here at the steps, and she just sort of speaks to you. So it has become apparent now that I must go to El Terrell. I am bound. You heard it. I've come to accept it, clearly. Thavius Krieg sold my soul.
We can get revenge on him if nobody else.
I don't expect you to have any sympathy for El Terrell, but I do implore you, if you wish to do much good in this world, join me.
Oh, I will. It was my hometown.
Oh, Seb. So I'm putting the fireball on the on my sheet. What's the DC on it? I know it's not my DC.
It's
right?
only 21.
Yeah, only. Too bad it doesn't affect the devils,
This is good, Zykin. Once we get into hell, I'll unlock more of my power.
All right, but you are promising to help us free those the citizens of El Terrell, right? You said you would help me do that.
So, as you guys, the shield doesn't respond; it just goes silent. So
wow.
As so Rhea, obviously Raven has motivation. Some of you may not feel entirely motivated to want to save El Terrell, but feel free to discuss any concerns you may have or whatnot with Rhea. But if you guys are all in agreement that you want to travel to El Terrell, you're not actually going to Avernus. You're going to El Terrell, which is not quite in the Nine Hells, quasi Nine Hells, just to try and find a way to save the city, unbind it from the contract that has bore it into the Nine Hells. It's going to be an arduous journey. It's not going to be easy, and there is a chance you may not return, or if you do return, you'll be greatly changed. Rhea tells you all, I'm going to train. I will not wait a day longer than a 10-day, however. I'll bide my time here on the material plane. I'll meet you back in the Great Library. I guess I'll see you around as well. And she goes off to the barracks to just do some training there. Now it looks like Nico's back. Alright, so we're going to go around to see how everyone wants to spend their time in Candlekeep. You guys have 2 weeks of downtime each. We're going to do 1 week at a time. Now, if you want to research, then there are 3 main topics that are recommended. Each topic takes a full week to research. There is the Nine Hells, so you get all the information about the Nine Hells. There is Devils, and then you get all the information about Devils, including weaknesses, what they're immune to, how they operate. You may even get a bit of insight into contracts and whatnot. And then there is the Blood War, this war between devils and demons. And all of that knowledge will become available to your characters. And I'll give you handouts for all those. You can read them and I'll post them on the campaign forum. Even if you may know all about it, or you may not know much about it as a player. But you can assume all that information will then be imparted into your character. So if you're not sure what you want to do, no pressure. We can skip ahead while you have a little bit more think about what you want to do. And if you're unsure and you need more time, we'll just skip you and we'll come back. So we'll start off with Nico. What do you want to do to prepare? I know you were actually wondering why you would go to Elturel though in the first place. You're muted. Are you back yet? Maybe he's not back yet.
I was double muted.
Oh, okay.
Hate it when I do that.
It doesn't cancel each other out when you're double muted.
No. 2 different spots. I guess I would look into the research on the devils themselves and lineage and stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, do I even have the research handout? I don't even have the research. Anyway, it doesn't cost anything. So, Nico, you spend your first week in Silvera's tower. It's this tower at the back here. And you pore over a couple of thick tomes that detail devils. All the different types of devils. We can summarize it a little bit, but there'll be handouts for you guys for this in the maps and notes. So I'll give you that handout, devils. So, oops. If I can click the right thing, I'll give you the handout. And there you go, that's all the extensive information, just a blank handout.
Awesome.
Alright, let me refresh
There
it.
you go. Nope, okay,
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, it tells you about devils, how they're lords of tyranny. They're very lawful creatures. They're dark dealers. They deal in souls. They have a hierarchy. Archdevils are at the top. Then you have greater, lesser, and then lemurs. Devils can be promoted and demoted. There's a full list of the hierarchy from the weakest devil, a lemur, to the highest devil, an archduke or an archduchess. And about the 9 hells, true names, and devil's talismans. A lot of good info in there. These will be posted to the campaign forum as well. So you can just actually access the information without having to log into the game if you want to read it in between sessions, if you get some time.
Okay, and how do tieflings fit into all that? They're just
They are plain touched, so they are I'm sure you can imagine
yeah. That's fine.
when a
When a mommy and a
when
daddy.
a mummy archdevil loves a non when a daddy archdevil loves a mummy non-archdevil. And yeah, they're descendants of devils from many generations ago, and they've just got like a little touch of tiefling blood in them, and yeah, it's enough to sort of give you these traits and qualities, depending on the devil, depending on how much of the devil's blood you have in your system, or in your DNA or whatever, depending on how much you are transformed, whether you've got big horns, you've got a tinge to your skin, or any subtle differences. But yeah, they're not very common tiefling.
Alright, thanks.
But yeah, you should learn a bit about your heritage as well, Nico. You could delve deeper into tieflings as well if Nico wants to learn more about that. That'll take another week.
Alright, I'm good with this.
And yeah, some of the books are quite graphic as well. Avert your eyes. Alright, so Nico's learns all about devils, and Raven, what would you like to do for with your first week?
I'm gonna look for something that'll give me some fire resistance, since devils deal a lot of fire.
You want to buy a magic item?
Yeah.
Alright, well, resistance. I think you may be able to get a ring of resistance, but I think that might be rare. And your chances of getting a rare magic item and being able to afford it are very, very, very low.
Ring of fire resistance. seem
It might be uncommon. I think it's rare though. I'm pretty sure it's rare.
okay. Yeah, it doesn't say what it is on my list. Let's see. All right then.
I'll double check, but
I'll just-
it should be rare.
I'm just gonna mute while I cough here.
Alright, do you want to grab a drink of water or
Alright.
something? Or?
So, yeah, I just coughed it up there.
Excellent.
Thanks for the
should we-
update. It's rare, yes.
Yeah,
That's it.
it'd have to be rare.
Yeah, it's rare.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, there goes that. How about like a ring or cloak of protection or something then?
Yeah, you could try and look for a mage here that will be willing to depart with a cloak of protection. Of course, to mingle with the archmages, you have to live an archmage sort of lifestyle, and you have to probably go to a fancy dinner, and you have to spend some money to try and get in with these mages just to meet with them to see if they can sell you an item. So it costs you the full 5 days of your first week searching, and it costs you 100 gold pieces to try and buy a magic item. Now, if you spend, for every extra 100 gold pieces you spend, you get a +1 to the persuasion check that you have to make to buy the magic item.
Yeah, we don't have that much money.
How much do you guys have?
We've got
So, yeah,
95 gold, 1800 silver, 69 copper, some azurite gems, 3 bloodstones.
Oh,
I got
We
a
just got
sell
split that was
that.
worth 600.
Yeah, and we can sell that crossbow, or that flintlock pistol.
yeah, definitely sell all of the stuff that you guys don't need first.
all the splint mail and things, and
Yeah.
short bows and
If you want, I
stuff
can
there.
add it up because I've already done my thing.
All right. Well, yeah. If you want to add up the arms and armor,
Yeah,
to
so
sell,
yeah, you can sell.
and the magic pipes. I don't think.
That's a downtime activity to sell the magic pipes, but sell all of the items that you can. Anything that has a gold piece value, the pearl necklace, the
Somebody might want this Tiamat's draconic dagger.
you
That
can
one we'll keep.
you can sell whatever you want. They will. There's quite a lot of like item stores, Candlekeep shop, and then there's the storehouse where people will buy items here. There's it's a bit of a tourist attraction, Candlekeep as well.
So how much would the ring of protection actually cost?
Cloak of protection, it's going to be between the base price is between 200 and 700.
Okay. So there you go. So we could probably squeeze that much out.
So the valuables sell for the actual value, but the equipment sells for half, right?
Yep.
Does anybody have fighting stuff that needs like a magical weapon, like a magic glaive or something?
I was gonna say the same thing. Anyway, I could do this with Raven, since I'm not charismatic as all, and as a fighter, my only ability to do magic is a magic weapon.
Yeah, it might be better off with a magic weapon for you to hit with, and I'll just hide back behind people, I guess.
Remember, we still have the I think we have a couple of silvered flails or something. Those are sort of magical.
You can also get your weapon silvered for
Silver
100 gold
stories.
pieces at the hull or the storehouse. They've got a forge here in Candlekeep. Alright, well,
I'd rather.
we'll just come back to you then, Raven, while we're sorting out that party
I'll work
loot.
with him with the. I'll work with him with the weapon then. I
Oh.
feel the weapon would be better for the party.
So, well, we'll come back to you so we get the gold sorted first. So we can see how much gold there is. Alright, Zygon, what did you want to do with your first week?
So I will probably go ahead and do the religious services. So I'm going to pray and fast and all that to Helm, my god, and see if we can get his favor. And asking if this is the way to redemption.
Okay.
So not necessarily like I've been reading it, not necessarily like a favor from the temple, but more a favor for my god itself.
Sure. You can, you can do your own sort of quiet prayers and whatnot. There's only 2 deities worshipped in Candlekeep, 2 major ones. That's Denia and Ogma. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to actually do any services like that for the temple unless you did services for Ogma. But yes, you can try and get a favor in broad terms, a promise of future assistance, which is basically like maybe like a first level divine spell cast for you or something like that. Extra spell slot, or maybe some extra lay on hands or something in a time of need. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, you make either a religion check or a persuasion check. All right, 11 to 20. You earn 1 favor. So yeah, you can keep a number of favors, 1 plus your charisma modifier. So add that you've got a divine favor banked, and you can just call upon your god if you need it.
Okay.
Say you're down on spells, it's not looking good for the party, you just need a bit of healing. You could ask for like a bless spell, or you could ask for some extra lay on hands, or you could ask for a guidance cantrip.
Yeah.
Just need some guidance. Okay, so yeah, add that to your sheet, like you've got that resource now.
Or alms.
So-
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say that you probably just maybe try to spread the word of your deity. Who's your deity again?
I think it's Helm.
I thought it would be like Orcus or something, or like Merkel or something. You think it's Helm? You don't even know who your own god is. This is your paladin, guys. No, okay. So
Yeah.
you go spread the word for Helm, and yeah, you're not really feeling your connection to Helm too much, Zygon. It's you're feeling like you're a little bit distant from Helm. And anyway, you haven't like lost any of your powers or anything, and you go around the exterior part of Candlekeep, but you spend most of your time just praying in the hearth in your room from some guidance and assistance for your upcoming sojourn. Alright, Bargle, so you wanted to look for magic item as well, or?
Yes, sir. I was gonna try to work with Raven since my guy's charisma is horrible.
Do you have any sort of proficiency in tools? Because there's also crafting a magic item. With buying a magic item, that's not something that 2 people can work on. But crafting can. 2 people can work on crafting.
Negative. My dice set and land vehicles.
Yeah, land vehicles you could try and... Okay.
You can make an apparatus of Qualish.
Yeah. Like a.
Alright, well, only one
Self-driving
person...
wagon.
Raven, do you have proficiency in Arcana or a set of tools?
I have Arcana.
That's all you need. You can work with Bargle to craft an item, and you can show Bargle what to do pretty much.
Alrighty.
So
What
we're
are we
going to
gonna
come
make
back to you
for-
guys because you also need a recipe and you also need component to craft this item.
Awesome.
So we'll come back to you guys.
Okay.
We'll go to Seika now. Seika, what do you like to do with your first week? You're muted, Seika.
I'm gonna be doing something similar to Nico, studying devils, but I'm gonna focus in on their contracts because that's kind of my character's deal is contracts.
Okay. You want to focus on devil's contracts? That's definitely possible. So, diabolical deals. Alright, let me take a look at this. So, yeah, you start to study, and you learn about entering into a deal, about devil's proposals, about what devils want, about what devils offer, and about infernal contracts. Alright, I need to modify these handouts because some of it is like actually technical knowledge that your character doesn't know, like stats and whatnot. But I'll alter these handouts so it's just like sort of the lore behind all this. But you won't see anything, but these are the topics that you learn. Entering into a deal, devil's proposals, what they want, what they offer, and about infernal contracts. So you learn all about devil's deals. I'll update that handout after the session. Update the campaign forum with all that stuff. Alright, so you also spend time in the same tower with Nico. You probably bump into him quite a few times, but most of the time you're just spending 8 hours a day just poring over books, trying to get as much knowledge as you can. Alright, so the week's almost up. We'll go back to Bargle and Raven. So
I almost got a price for you. Or you guys don't need it for what you're doing.
No, but I'm adding it up anyway. So far I'm at about 2,000.
you still need some.
But yeah, we're at about 2,000, but I haven't sold the maces and the chainmail and split mails yet.
Alright, so Bargle and Raven, everyone goes off. They have a good idea of what they want to do, and you guys are left here on the steps. And Bargle, you say, yeah, you don't really know much about magic, but Raven says, well, I know about magic, and I could use someone with big, strong, sturdy muscles like you to help me craft a magic item. So you're going to be his lackey, Bargle. He's going to be bossing you around. Hit this. Do this.
Usual.
Okay, so firstly, so you guys want to craft a magic item, so you can take a look how this works. I'll just summarize it for you all as well. So basically, I think it still costs some gold. I think it still costs you about 200 gold for an uncommon item. You need proficiency in some sort of tools, either depending on what it is, but Arcana is pretty much covers the most magic items. And it takes 2 weeks, so it takes you guys 1 week each to make one item, and it costs you 200 gold pieces. You need to get a recipe first, which you could find very easily in the Great Library, just like a schematic. And then you also need to go and hunt for the parts, which is like a component from a monster, usually. So what item do you guys want to craft?
Yeah. What was it you wanted? What's a Buster sword?
Oh no, those are being funny.
No.
Probably he'd either go for like a great axe or
What do you
something
use for your main
similar.
weapon?
Yeah, some
Is it
main
you that
weapon like
uses
that.
a glaive or just a great axe?
Yeah, that's my secondary. I get behind Zagan with the glaive.
Well, I think a glaive would probably be more useful for you then. You can stay behind
See-
Zagan.
Glaive's already silvered. That's why I was going to go for the magic great axe.
You want to get a +1 great axe?
Or a +1 frostbrand axe.
We're going for uncommon. Frostband is rare.
There you go. Yeah, I guess we'll go for the +1 axe then. So at least when he hits it, it'll do something.
Okay, you guys start looking for a recipe for +1 weapon, and it's probably one of the most basic recipes for crafting a magic item. So let me just see what we've got here. Okay, so a +1 weapon, you need a component from a creature challenge rating 4 to 8. So yeah, you learn that the bones and blood of a wyvern is needed. Some crushed bone, a bit of blood, and some enchanting, and then you just sort of make the salve out of it. And you come every day and you do a little Dwemer, enchant the weapon, and after 5 days of this enchanting, the item will be imbued. You also use a little bit of the wyvern's leathery wing flap for the handle. Basically, you just need to go and hunt and kill a wyvern to get the components. And wyverns are known to there's plenty of different recipes. This is just one of them. Wyverns are known to sort of hang around this area.
Oh, sweet. Nice and close.
And both of you can make a nature check to recall knowledge about wyverns. All you
There's
guys know
dragons.
is there's a dragon with a stinger tail, pretty much. So yeah, you guys have to exit Candlekeep for this.
Okay.
So,
Did you need another book to get back in, or does it?
yeah,
Probably.
if you exit, you need another book to get back in.
Well, we'll just meet you guys outside, I guess, and camp outside the gates.
You're going to go out, the two of you,
I
to
guess.
fight a wyvern.
I mean, I'll go help you guys. Well, I'm studying, so I can't go.
Oh, you guys have time to do this as well.
But if you go out, you can't finish your studying for the week, so.
Well, you're expecting to go out early in the morning, hunt the creature, and be back by nightfall.
Yeah,
They'll
but
just
when we
have
come
to
back,
study
we won't
late.
have a book. Well, we won't have a book for him to get back in. That's the thing.
Oh, you're gonna
If they
need the
go out
book.
with us, yeah. If they go out with us, they're not going to have a book. So, if me and Bargo go out,
You guys don't have any other books?
nope.
Didn't we used to have like spell books or something?
There's 3 spell books in Umber, Brack, and Red. I don't know.
You should
Those are all-
They should be deleted because
Yeah,
they've been sold.
And the magic pipes. I guess we never figured out what those did. Maybe we did. I mean, I just went through what was in here. There wasn't any other.
They haven't been identified yet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're pipes of the sewers.
Good for rats.
Yeah, you can summon a swarm of rats and be the Pied Piper.
But you can only summon rats if there are already rats there.
Yeah.
Did you want to? I'll do the party loot then, Endo. To update that.
I don't know. I seem to be getting a different one than Ed is, so I don't know if he's
Yeah.
if there's things in other spots.
The books are gone, or I don't know. Some magic pipes of sewer. Yeah, because the only book that I had on there was the one that we used to get in. Because we got rid of the others there. So right now we got the bottles of Raging Unicorn. The spell books, yeah, we sold the spell books, didn't we?
Yeah, that
black
we
and
said
red?
that twice. Alright, I'm gonna hand the party loot over to Ender, so you can keep track of it because you've kind of not been updating it properly there, Ed. So I'm gonna have to hand it over to someone else.
Yeah, right, that's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna put you in charge of the party loot for now, Ender. So you can alter
Okay.
it and add all that up and whatnot.
Yeah, I got that number that I had there is what I did everything in. I don't know what the signet rings are worth, or what those other azurite gems that bear Tiamat's image. But
Okay.
all the rest of it, that's what it comes out to.
Alright. Well, delete all those stuff that you added up and sold, add the gold, and then we'll see where we are from there and see if you want to get rid of
Okay,
any other
I'm
items.
gonna make the executive decision and not sell the silver maces. So,
Yeah.
So I'll keep those ones, and the rest I'll get rid of.
Okay, it's not a mace anyway, it's a flail. They're
Oh, it says
They're
silver
flails.
skull mace. Okay.
Oh, they are flails. Alright, so the Tome of Apocalypto is also gone. Okay, you guys don't have a book to get out then, so you
Can't
won't
we
be able to
just
get
buy?
out.
Yeah, can't we just buy the +1 sword? I mean, with the money, consolidating the money, we have close to 2K, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to because you won't be able to get out because Fallister took his cookbook, and
Yep.
that's what you get when you do something out of the goodness of your heart. Alright, so yeah, it's the only spare book that you guys have then was the one that you gave. So if you exit, you won't be allowed back in without another book. So crafting is going to be off the cards then in that case.
Yep. Yeah.
Alright, well, so if you guys want to buy a magic item, it costs 100 gold pieces, and you have to make a persuasion check. The DC for an uncommon is 15. So we'll go back to Raven then, and we'll see what you want to do with your week. There's
Yep,
about 2,000 about roughly 2,000 gold in the party loot.
Yeah, that's what I came up with, about 1,800 when I did my maths. Yeah, he's got about the same. So how much is the battle axe?
It can be between. It's going to be between 200 and 700. It varies.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
costs 100
so-
gold pieces to search, and that 100 is spent whether you get the item or not. So if you spend 100, you roll a 14 on your persuasion check, then 100 gold is gone and you don't get the item.
There you go. And each 100 gold gives a +1 on that, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well. I'm not too charismatic, but I'll try for Bargle.
Alright.
I guess we'll spend the 700 to try to get it.
You're going to spend 700.
Is that the base amount? Or?
The base is 100.
Okay.
It's 100 gold.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And
Yeah.
then
All right.
you make a persuasion check. If you spend another week or another 100, you add a +1 bonus for every
Okay.
week or 100 you
So
spend.
I think we need some +1s bonus. So I think we should spend like 300 to get a +3, and then whatever the cost of the axe.
300 will give you a +2.
300 +2.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Alright.
yeah. So we spend 100 to look, and then 300 extra.
Yeah, well, that'll be a +3 then.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
that's what I
right.
meant.
So you're spending 400 gold.
Yep.
All right. 400 gold pieces. You spend searching the Great Library for a mage who is willing to sell you a +1 great axe, or try and spend their time enchanting one for you. So
Exactly.
roll a persuasion check with a +3 bonus. Deduct 400 gold from the party loot.
17.
Just as well you had the bonus. Alright,
Yeah.
Raven, you head through the Great Library and you start pestering some archmages. Most of them just blow you off. They're too busy, they don't want to get to know you. And you practically bribe your way, just offering more and more and more gold to this one particular mage. They're an enchantress, and they finally agree to spend the time to enchant Bargle's great axe. And they feel sorry for you, that you had to spend so much time and so much effort to try and reach out to them. They end up selling the axe to you for just 100 gold pieces.
No, sweet. I'll also offer to read any old tomes or anything that they need translated for them with my improved reading facility now.
They tell you that they speak 8 different languages and they don't need your help.
I can read every language. So, there you go.
They
All
offer
right.
you to come and do some work for them then, but it's not
Awesome.
anything glorious.
Wow, hey. That
right.
works. Awesome. Here you go,
The-
Bargle.
Oh, awesome.
Raven comes out with a +1 great axe for you. There you go. It looks like Callan's here as well. We're just doing downtime at the moment, Callan, in Candlekeep.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, Raven, you pretty much spend your time in the Great Library looking for those mages. And Bargle, what do you want to do with your week now?
Wasn't I working with Raven or no?
No, he just did all that himself.
No, I did that for you. I did that for you.
Yeah.
I figure you're not very persuasive without like telling you.
No, he's not. Was like one of them like work? Because I don't think he would get anything out of attempting to do research. He has horrible intelligence.
Okay. Alright, you just do work. That's pretty much skipping your week.
Oh,
I
did it?
could get
Okay, I thought
Yeah. That's like if you don't do anything, you do work. Or relaxation.
Here you go. Get a
You
massage.
could get money, I think, right?
25 gold.
Oh no, it is just like pass.
Man, actually, you could. You could. If you do well, you could get a little bit of coin. Relaxation
I'll go
is
for
more
that.
like the pass. Alright. So, alright, you go looking for some work, Bargle. You head down to the storehouse, and they just get you. There's like a wizard there who's using mage hand to put things on higher shelves, and he sort of moans a little bit because he can only do one mage hand at a time, and it's very, very slow. So he hires you on to climb up the ladder and for a bit of laboring. So
Nope.
alright, you need to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check. Probably going to be athletics, I imagine. Alright. You do exceptionally well. You're just like, you pretty much just leap up from standing up onto the top shelf and just slam the box on top of the shelf. You grab another one and jump up and slam another box on the shelf. And you're like, they have this one problem where one of the conjuration wizards is practicing a spell and he ends up summoning a massive boulder accidentally, just like blocking the road. And the wizards are like looking around for someone to move and like, oh, my telekinesis isn't going to move that. It's more than 500 pounds. And you sort of rub your hands together, but I will go out and you move this giant rock out of the way, and the wizards thank you and they actually pay you 25 gold pieces.
Woo.
He tipped you 25
That
gold.
mage remind me that I want to make a gnome mage cast a reduce spell and fly using mage hand. Because I'll be under 20 pounds. I think that would be awesome.
Well,
Alright.
fantastic.
So yeah, you spend your week over just doing some laboring there, Barkle. And also, yeah, I will also recommend on your last week, if you won't want to do anything, do relaxation. It only costs you 5 gold, and this is like a modified version where you're spending your time just peacefully in the shrines of the Great Library, and it'll give you an extra 2 hit die onto your total, so you can go into hell with 7 hit die, and it also gives you an extra 5 temp hit points. 10 hit points equal to your character level.
Awesome.
You get like a little bit of a buff to help you into Elturel. Alright, Callan, we're just doing downtime, so everyone has just learned that Elturel's been sold to an archdevil by Thavius Krieg, and everyone's now training, preparing to head to Elturel, which is in Avernus, is in the Nine Hells, and they want to go there to try and save Elturel. So everyone's got 2 weeks to plan and train and whatnot. So have you taken any time to look at the downtime by any chance?
I know we planned downtime last week when I left off, and I put religious studies, I think.
Okay.
But that was before we got to Candlekeep.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So yeah, we just did 1 week, and everyone also has another week as well. So you wanted to do religious services. So there's 2 main deities in Candlekeep. The major one is Ogma, which is god of knowledge. So if you want to do services for a temple, it would have to be that one. But if you want to pray to Tymora and try and earn some lucky favors from her, then you can just do your own religious services where you're spreading the word of Tymora, you're praying and asking for guidance and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll pray at the shrine was like a generic shrine for Tymora.
There's no shrines. The only gods here in Candlekeep is Ogma, the god of knowledge, and Denia, the god of writing. They're the only 2 deities that are worshipped here. So, if you want to do religious services for Tymora, then you'll go and spread the word of Tymora and pray in your room to Tymora and whatnot.
Can I stand at a corner and start preaching the word of Tymora?
Yeah, that's what you'd be doing.
I'll tell them about how Tymora helped us overcome these horrible undead and followers of the Dead Three on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate.
Show your amulet and see how wondrous it is.
Alright, you stand on the corner of the Great Library as a street crier, and a few wizards and whatnot stop by, and you try to do your very best to spread the word of Tymora, and you have to make either a religion check or a persuasion check, your choice. And the total of the
Alms
check
for the
determines the
poor.
benefits of your service.
Alms for the poor.
Bring out your dad.
Shame. Ding, 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 ding. Shame.
I'll do a religious check.
No effect. Your efforts fail to make a lasting impression. The
Yeah.
Can I use my lucky skill to roll that again?
I think so. I think Lucky lets you re-roll something, doesn't it? This lawn mage comes over and like tells you to get off the lawn. I'm a lawn mage. Get off the lawn. But alright, so yeah, it's an ability check, so sure. So this is just before the lawn maid tells you. Alright.
Oh, never mind.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
No crying. No preaching on the street. Can you please move off the lawn now? I need to tend to this patch of lawn, she says.
Yes, yes, sir. I'll find another corner to preach at.
I'm female. I'm not a sir. Get off the lawn now.
Oh,
Do you not see the sign?
yes, ma'am.
And she points to a sign and it says no preaching on the grass.
Is that in common?
Yes.
So I'll move away.
Alright. No luck on the first week, Callan. People are not listening to you. Everyone's headed over to the Shrine of Ogma. Of course. You've got another week to try, but we'll get back to you now. Alright, we're going to go around the table again and do another week of downtime. This was your last week of preparations before you're planning to head to Avernus, so make it count. Nico, what would you like to do for your second week?
Preparation each.
Well, skip me for now. I wasn't quite looking. Let me just read them over.
Okay.
The relaxation gives you 2 extra hit dice and 5 temp hit points when we go.
Yeah, that might be good. Let me just do a quick scan on the other ones. So just
Sure.
skip me for now.
Alright, Raven.
I'm going to do the relaxation.
Okay. You just spend your time. There are like kind of like these outdoor spas around the shrines where you just relax. There's like healing waters. You're just soaking your feet. You look through some of the great arches in the walls of Candlekeep and you see Rhea there just sweating, just training with a training dummy, doing all sorts of drills, rolling around, jumping up, swinging her long sword, and you're there just like got your feet kicked up, and yeah. You do relaxation, so you get 5 temp hit points, and you also get the boost to your temp hit die. And then the end of this second week is the night before. You guys are planning to go to Silvera's. Alright, Zygon, what would you like to do for your second week?
Yeah, I'll still try to commune with Helm.
Okay.
Hopefully gain his favor, even though he's been distant. Just, come on, baby, come back.
Alright, you're up in your room in the hearth, and you just hear Callan just screaming out Timora's name on the street, and trying to do your own prayers. And the Shield of the Hidden Lord's like, "What is this racket?" And
That one.
you look over and you're like, "Oh, that's a good idea. What Callan's doing? I'm gonna go scream out,
Okay, go scream out as well.
scream out Helm's name in the corner." And yeah, you
Don't
guys
forget to
get
bash your
moved
forehead in the
around.
wall as you do it.
The lawn mage keeps on telling you guys off. Get off the lawn. Go to the other corner and cry out to your deities. And you fail to make any sort of
The
impression.
temple area.
You guys are on this corner now. You've moved up one corner. Alright. Well, Helm's not
I've
listening
got-
to Zygon.
Shadow's probably like barking as
You don't need your helm, Zygon. You have your shield. You have me, the Hidden Lord. I grant you your power. You will use that. We'll raise these damn lords.
I will probably not respond to that.
Alright, Bargle, what would you like to do for your second week?
I think the second will be a relaxation. thanking Raven for his assistance.
All right. You finished a week of hard work, and then you just go
Off
to the
massage
shrines,
parlor we go.
and you guys both get naked and enjoy a fountain together.
Giggity.
A raven gets naked for some reason, and even
And I
though
look around
no one
at
else
the
is.
others, and I'm like,
Everyone else is fully clothed.
I just shrug. Lay down on my back for my massage.
Okay, now you spend your 5 days just relaxing, not overexerting yourself, and
Eating, drinking.
yeah, just contemplating, making yourself feel nice and relaxed. So you're at your full stamina.
I got this. I got this. Bargle will be my meat shield. I got this. I got this. Oh, I mean, hi, Bargle. How you doing?
All right, so Callan, as you're calling out, like, hear the word of Timora, and saying how you killed all these undead, Zygon comes over. He's like, have you heard of Helm? And he's like yelling on the corner as well, and he's sort of cramping your style a little bit. What would you like to do? Actually, sorry, we'll come back to you shortly because I just skipped Seiko.
Okay.
All right, there is still some research to be done as well. Don't forget. You guys still have 2 topics that you could research. So there's also Alandir as well, so he can do some of that maybe. Seika, what would you like to do? You spent your first week in the library.
Well, hopefully he will do some of the research. I think it would be the smartest to do relaxation. I will ask them if they have private spas or baths.
Okay. Yeah. Silvera says, like, she sort of takes a liking to you because you're like from
Normal.
from Kalimport, and like so is Falsa, so we sort of put in a good word for you, and she allows you to use her private spa.
Well, remember, she also hired me to find Fallister.
Oh yes, that too. Minor detail. No, yeah, she thanks you, and she's all buddy with you. She's still a little bit distant. Like, you feel like you're still just like an acquaintance. You're not like friends with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's happy to let you relax there. And you do the relaxation. You get the hit die, and you get the 10 hit point. All right, so finally, Callan.
Who does Zygon started preaching Helm?
Yeah, he's cramping his style, he's yelling out like over the top of you, and he's just making it.
Yeah, then Shadow, my like fine steed / duck, is howling as well with that 5.
Just drowning out like whatever you're trying to say, whatever you're trying to
Gonna
preach.
offer to sell them a book on how to solve 50% of their problems and charge 3 times as much for the other book that's marked the same, so they can solve 100%.
Alright, so what would you like to do for your second week, Callan?
I'm gonna throw my hands up at Zygon, just walk and find that place to go relax.
Okay.
It's been a stressful week of preaching my teachings of Timora.
Okay. You're going to do some relaxation as well. Yeah, just hang out in the shrines. They got special healing properties. So you're in with Bargle and Raven. Alright,
How come you're wearing clothes, guys? What?
okay. So, we're going to go back to Nico. It looks like Alandir is here as well. So, Alandir, we're just doing a week, 2 weeks of downtime each. So, take a little look at what you want to do for 2 weeks. Crafting an item's actually off the table because you guys can't leave Candlekeep as you're making preparations to go to Hell. So, yeah, Nico, what do you want to do for your second week?
So the first thing, do they have like potions for sale here? If not, I'm gonna craft some potions of healing.
They have the same assortment that you find in Baldur's Gate. You can
Okay,
actually
so we
buy
could just
most
buy.
things that are in that Shops of Baldur's Gate handout. So yeah, they got a few. They got about this configuration of potion selection.
Okay.
They've got when it comes to spell scrolls, they have every single spell up to 3rd level available for scribing and whatnot.
All right, I'll just I'll save some money on it, and I think if I'm reading this crafting thing, I could just make 10 potions in a 10-day. Potions of healing.
A work week is 5, so you can make 5.
5.
And then I think it costs you like 125 gold for 5.
Yeah. Yep, I'll do that.
All right, cool. You you head up to Silvera's alchemy lab, Nico, and she also takes a liking to you because you're a tiefling. So she lets you use her alchemy lab. Just tells you not to break anything. And yeah, she also notices that Jezebel takes a liking to you, and she comments, "Oh, Jezebel, she kind of likes you. Jezebel can get a little bit jealous of other residents. You know, I had this other guest, and Jezebel didn't get along with her, and you'll meet her soon enough."
Oh, nice. I summon Corgi out while I'm brewing. The two of them can play.
Jezebel doesn't like your Corky. And they
It
start
does.
fighting, and they're wrestling, and they start breaking some vials and stuff like
Well,
that.
then I dismiss him.
Alright, you quickly
Because he's gonna lose.
the Corgi.
He's gonna
Bad
lose
puppy.
that match because he can only do fire damage.
Alright, yeah, Jezebel really doesn't like your Corgi, gets like very jealous, and they fight instantly, but you quickly unsummon Flame Corgi.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, yeah, it's like an immaculate lab as well. Like, it may look cluttered and whatnot, but she's got every sort of piece of alchemical equipment that you could ever dream for. Alright,
And can we just buy? Can you buy the plans for crafting just in case we want to do some crafting, like where we're going? If we run upon some creatures and all that we slay, can we just buy the plans so for future reference for like other magical weapons?
heading into
magic
Avernus, you're not fathoming having this sort of opportunity again, where you have 5 free days where you're not going to do anything. From what you've read, this place is hell, and you're not going to have
okay,
this
fair enough.
this luxury in Avernus.
Okay, how many downtimes were there? Because did you guys take it out of your personal loot, or am I taking it out of party loot?
Sorry, what do you mean? How many downtimes?
For the relaxation, I thought it was like 5 gold.
Oh yes, there was 3, 4 relax.
50.
Actually 3. Sequa, you don't you don't have to incur any cost. Sophia, she looks after you.
Okay.
So 15 gold for the relaxation. All right, Alan dear. So we're doing 2 weeks of downtime. Everyone's preparing to head to hell. So this is like a week, well, 10-day before heading there. So did
What
you
can
have?
what can I do?
Here's a list.
Well, obviously, yeah. First one is, can I buy a magic item? Is that possible?
Yep, that's everything is available there except for crafting magic items because you need components. So
I literally just want, if there's possible, get a magic rapier +1.
all right. So to do that, it takes 1 week and costs you 100 gold pieces to search, and then yeah,
Okay.
you know how it works.
I need to borrow.
Yeah,
20
that's fine.
gold.
It's like 600. You could probably even do like up to a +3 or 4.
Really?
No, +3 or 4 to your roll. So that's
To the
extra
roll,
100.
not to the weapon.
I get a +3 weapon at 5th level. Whoa.
So
Okay.
it's we got 12, a little over 1,200. It's gonna be like up to 600 when we actually find it. So we could probably spend like, say +3 to it. So that's 400 total for the search. So +3 to your roll.
Alright, make a persuasion check +3 then. That's 400 gold.
+3. So this +3, where's my persuasion?
So what you're doing is, you're in Candlekeep, you're heading around the Great Library and you're trying to convince an archmage to enchant your rapier. That's why it's costing you so much and taking so long.
We'll even
So
give you that
16.
fancy one that we got from the noble. That no one knew what it was doing.
Alright, so yeah, you go around and you want to make this quick, Alandir, so you pretty much just take a bag of 300 gold and you slam it down in front of an archmage, or maybe maybe just like not an archmage, but an up-and-coming archmage. And the 300 gold pieces is like really worth their time, so they stop what they're doing and they immediately will enchant the rapier for you. However, they want another 200 gold pieces on top of that.
Jeez.
All right.
Go for
No,
it.
that's perfectly
All the
fine.
money.
500 gold pieces for a magical weapon is a-okay.
600.
600 gold
okay.
pieces. Yeah, it's 600 total.
Alright, so yeah, this blue-haired elven mage, she's a transmuter by trade, but she dabbles in a bit of enchanting, and she delivers you a +1 rapier at the
Right,
end of your
just-
5 days.
Just before we say yes to the rapier, you're good with it. You don't want to go two-wielding fight something, so you didn't want like a scimitar or short sword.
Nah, I got booming blade because I'm a half high elf.
Okay,
So I'm
cool.
gonna do
Just
booming blade.
throwing
fight.
that out there.
Thanks.
Right, a shiny +1 rapier is now yours.
Nice.
And you've still got another week, Alandir. One of the options that I would recommend is research. Nico's researched devils, and Seika's researched devils' contracts. There's still information about the Nine Hells themselves, which is like probably the most important one. And then there is or the Blood War, this raging war between devils and demons.
Yeah, I'll do some research.
I'll
that
lend
sounds
him the
good.
headband. He can go do that for a week.
Okay, so yeah. So you want to research the Nine Hells?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so you learn all this information. So much there. Look how much is there.
Wow. Blank.
I'll fix it up. So I'll just summarize this for you. So,
Devils are bad.
alright, information about the Nine Hells. So it says their optional rule, pervasive evil, but the way you would look at it as a character is you hear that an extended stay in Avernus, in the Nine Hells, can actually twist someone towards evil ends. And you can see how that works there. Of course, this is if you're just exposed to the pervading evil of the Nine Hells. You guys are not actually headed to the Nine Hells, technically. You're headed to El Terrell, which is sort of not quite in the Nine Hells yet, hopefully. So you won't have to worry about that pervasive evil unless you end up going there. It tells you about all the different layers of the Nine Hells, all 9 layers, and there you go. There's all that information. And other tidbits that you can recall if you need to. Just ask me. Okay, so you guys have been...
All right.
Everyone's been working hard
So-
for the last 10 days. Nico's been furiously studying away. Alandir's been spending big money to get some magic weapons. Ray has been training and all these training dummies. Bargle, Callan, and Raven are just kicking their feet up in a spa. Zygon's still yelling out the word of Helm on the corner, getting told to move along.
So does everybody have all the reagents that they need? And if everyone has bought all the stuff they need and like the incense and all that jazz, does anybody else see if we can convert the rest of our remaining loose cash into diamonds?
I would like to get a
They don't
pair
have a
of
jewel. They don't
platinum
have a
rings.
jeweler at Candlekeep, so you won't be able to buy diamonds like that.
Can we get so there's no rings for warding bond?
They have a smith, so yes.
I also have a jeweler's
They
kit,
can
so I
bend
could
platinum.
make them too if you need it.
Yeah. So I'll get like that. So a pair of the platinum.
Okay. Yeah, you can buy them. So 100 gold. Oh no. Yeah, 50 GP each, 100 gold. Okay.
Okay.
Also, so you learn that devils are weak against silver. So a silvered weapon is going to be just as almost effective as a magic weapon against devils. So if you don't have a silvered weapon, you can get a weapon silvered for 100 gold or 10 pieces of ammunition. And as far as you can tell, like, there are not going to be any shops in Elturel that are open for business, so you're not expecting to have much use for gold.
Alright, I'll
okay.
get the I'll get my rapier silvered, just in case I need to use it.
Can I get 20 silvered arrows? Is that possible? That's 200.
Okay, wait. Let's everybody write down what we'd like, and then I'll see how we're doing on our money wise.
Alright, you guys did actually already do a lot of shopping in Baldur's Gate, so I can't imagine you guys need too much more. But while you're sorting that out, there's also 3 magic items that no one has claimed: Javelin of Lightning, Pipes of the Sewers, and Headband of Intellect.
I mean, I will need gold for one important thing to scribe skills into my spell book.
Well, you just buy the inks now, so
With ink, just presume that you just use gold for ink.
Do it.
yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Do you need the mace, or can you use the flail that we already have?
Who you talking to?
Oh, I can use the flail. I thought the paladin took it.
You should have two silvered flails now. Silvered skull flail.
I put one in my inventory, but yeah.
Yeah,
you have two.
I'm using the mace +1 now, so I put the silvered flail back into the part.
Yeah. So okay, so we have 2 of them. So you put your one back into
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'll
actually-
take the silvered mail. Flail.
silver flail. Okay, so you got one then. And Raven, you need a rapier.
Yeah, just the silvered rapier. It's 100 gold. Just as a backup weapon in case they get close. I'll put my ruby in it.
Okay. Anybody else need any? Okay, so yeah, you can buy some silvered arrows if you. Seems like a lot
Yeah.
for arrows.
Yeah,
that's
remember
incredible.
we also have personal cash from when we got paid for.
I got 78 gold, so I mean I'll add that in to whatever. I don't think we're gonna need much gold in Avernus.
Yeah.
How much gold did we get paid?
You should
It's
have
like 50.
been given 100 from.
Oh
Yeah, 100 each.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay.
So I mean, I'm just not so super hyped up on the arrows because they're not reusable. I mean, I'd be better off seeing like that daggers that you could throw or something.
Get
else.
half
All right,
back.
I'll take silver
You get half
daggers. That's
back.
fine. I'll
I
take
mean,
silver
we could
daggers.
get one batch of them, 10 arrows, just for when you absolutely need them. Split the difference.
Alright, going for 10 silvered arrows.
Actually, I tried swinging that flail and I hit myself with it because I'm not proficient in martial.
What?
It's not a common, is it? Or not a simple?
It's
Yeah, I
a
think
martial.
Yeah, it's a martial, so clerics.
It's a D8. So yeah, it's a martial.
I hit myself in the head.
The javelin of lightning, is that like a +1 javelin if it's used regular? With
No, but it's magic. Still overcome
It is magic.
magic resistance.
I was thinking maybe Bargle could use it just as a additional ranged item,
Strength.
option.
Strength base, isn't it? Throwing it.
Yeah, you can use strength or dex, I think.
Either, yeah, for thrown weapons.
Only if it's finesse, you can use dexterity. Otherwise,
Oh,
it's strength.
So, yeah. So
You
that's
pretty
why I was
much-
figuring.
You pretty much use it exactly as you would for melee, except you throw it.
Yeah,
So
it's
I,
only strength.
Yeah, that's why I figured Bargle would probably get the most use out.
Okay. All right. Javelin
All
of
right,
lightning.
I'm gonna
Go
jab.
Vargle. So you throw it, and you can shoot a lightning bolt from it.
I mean, if no one else wants the headband of intellect, I guess I can use it just for
I already
fun.
put out. You're already collecting too many things.
Yeah.
All right, Nico, you're doing the headband of
I'll
intellect.
rock the headband.
Okay.
I'll rock the headband. Yeah.
All right, that.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it does nothing for me.
Okay, Silvera.
Must come with the territory talking down to people like that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know,
no.
right?
My intelligence is an 18. Taking it up to 19 does nothing.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not going to give you any major bonus. Or any real bonus. I don't even think 1 point can help you out in most situations. Okay.
Nope.
So,
Take me from 8 to 19.
Nico, how much does it put your intelligence up by?
I gained 11.
Alright, so you're like you're like highly intelligent now, Nico. You're like
Now you know what that word means, condescending.
you're like almost as smart as they come. Man, it's intelligence.
We could have a good discussion with the ogre down in the bar.
Yeah, you could have an equal level-headed discussion. Alright, and now I know we've all been waiting for this one, but who wants these pipes of the sewers that no one can use? Okay, thought so. With the pipes,
Great.
who wants to
Can we
hold on
trade
to
him
them?
in for something?
We can leave him at the bag of holding for now, I guess.
You'll find a use for them at some stage.
You probably could trade him for something. Or
Who has the bag of holding? You, I guess, now, Nico.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, he's
There
got
we
it.
go. Okay.
What's that weight limit? We were close before we sold all that stuff, so
all right.
Yeah, I think
And,
the bag should be quite a lot less now.
yeah.
All right. So
Alright.
you guys also have to pay for your other 8 days in the hearth, which is 228 gold, 280 silver.
Yeah. Okay, going to the purse strings.
Okay, with all that out of the way, you guys are now back in the hearth, and this is the night before you're planning to go to hell.
In a handbag.
So, here you are, and you're all downstairs. You're in the hearth, the tavern that you've been staying in. There's a big fire pit. You're all sitting around. Ray has just been training up, and yeah, she's looking like she's like real toned, and she's looking like really physically fit. She does not let you in her room, Raven. She locks the door, and she's got the key on her.
Like a snock.
So, yeah, this is like the night before you're planning to head to Hell or El Terrell. So, if you guys want to share anything or how your feelings or thoughts, this may be a one-way journey as far as you know.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
Fair enough.
Should we name our company something? Adventuring company.
Hell no.
Yeah,
How
hell
about-
something. It's got to be something.
Fellowship
Hell-
of the
How
Ring.
about, how about
Hellbenders.
Hell drivers. of
Hell
Elden Ring.
drivers. Yeah, that's the other one I was thinking. Hell drivers.
of El Terrell?
Hell ain't a bad place to be.
Yeah.
To El Terrell. Hell drivers to El Terrell.
Yep.
Ray does not
That
agree
proves-
with that name.
Ooh, Hell divers. Hell divers to El
Divers.
Terrell.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Hey, who's missing from this map? Where's Bargle?
I don't know.
Bargle got drunk and he stumbles in late. Even though this is the bar. Don't ask him how it happened. This is where he's supposed to stumble from. But
I was
anyway,
sitting at the bar.
he was sitting at the bar. Alright, so you guys come up with the Hell Divers to El Terrell name.
Hell drivers.
Hell
Divers.
Drivers.
Hell dive. Helldivers, yeah.
She didn't like the driver, so.
Little one cheers you guys. I will drink to that. Quite a creative name indeed. He raises a mug of ale. He's still here reading. He's on a different book now.
That's almost as long as her name.
Helldivers to Elturel.
Alright, Rhea turns to you all again. Thank you so much for agreeing to come with me to try and save Elturel. I know in my heart of hearts that this is the right thing to do. And we're going to be going on quite a journey together. I don't know what else to say to you all, except you have my eternal gratitude, and I apologize for ever doubting you, and for all the mean things I've said to you, and for not believing you, and Thavius
Oh, no, that's
Krieg.
good. We deserve that.
And I think I'm going to have an early night now.
It's all good. You took a lot of hits for us across our adventures, so.
I am Rhea Mantelmorn. Good night. She heads off to her room. You guys have a meal. Have your free mug of ale. And it's time to head to bed. So you head upstairs. And Elendir and Callan, you guys still haven't selected your rooms. It's very dark down here. There's just a single wall lantern illuminating this dingy hallway. So,
Where's Rhea's room? Okay.
her room's downstairs. She's locked the door.
Okay.
And she's only 17, by the way. So
Ugh. I thought you said
Wow.
they have a full law system in Candlekeep as
she was 8.
well.
Oh my god.
This is medieval times. 17 is legal.
Okay, so Sake was in Raven's room. Interesting. Raven's in Sake's room.
I don't know. I don't see
Well, I mean,
I kept tabs of whose rooms what. So
I mean, they were resting. They were, relaxing for a week.
all right.
It
So yeah.
Let's scoot you over.
So what the deal was, there's not enough rooms for everyone. So excess people, I mean, you guys can share a room if you want, or if you want your own room, there's like 2 just empty storage rooms that don't have beds in them where you can lay down your own bedroll. Callan, you cast light to help yourself navigate.
Barely see anything.
Fair enough. It's very dark down here. They don't even have. Well, they do. They've got lights in the rooms, but they go out. They're just like actual lit lanterns, like gas lanterns, oil lanterns. Sorry. Okay. Whenever everyone go and get in their room, and shut your door and go to sleep. Alright, you guys all say goodnight. Say goodnight. Night night.
Nighty night.
Nah.
Don't let the bed bugs
Quick
bite.
check the bed for anything weird.
Alright, make an investigation check.
The
Just blow out
spots
your
that glow in
lanterns.
that blue light.
Good night, Lagan. Good night, Vargle. Good night, whoever's in
Good
that
night,
room.
John Boy.
Callan's
night, Big
stolen someone else's room. I like it. And Nico, you're
Nice.
going to sleep in the hallway?
No, I have a hard time with this door.
This door is busted. It doesn't close properly.
Okay.
Also, aren't you like super smart now? So,
I don't like to trivialize myself with such mundane things like doors.
okay.
I'm working on my talking down to people. How was that?
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Alright.
Or not fair, as the case may be.
Alright, everyone heads off to bed, and is anyone sleeping in their armor?
Zygon probably will, because this is not like a really nice place to sleep. So, also, Shadow the doggy is probably with me.
Get exhaustion if for you
Yeah,
sleeping.
Bims will keep
No,
watch.
you don't get exhaustion. Not in these conditions. It's just you don't get a good night's sleep, so you don't get all your hit die. But yeah, you may want to.
Eh.
We
You
don't
may
need them
want to
anyway.
you got a big day. You may just want to be in your armor. I mean, I can't imagine sleeping in full plate would be very comfortable though. Like it would be extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. So yeah, I will take my armor off.
Fair enough.
You should
Up
get a
to
set of
you.
leathers to wear while you're taking your armor off and sleeping at night.
Okay.
Do you want to take them off and put them in the bag of holding just in case we need to run? Give it back to you in the morning.
Sure.
All right. So you guys will drift off, and you just hear the Hidden Lord say to you before you go to sleep, Zygon, finally, tomorrow is the day. Everyone is unconscious and prone. And that's it. Everyone wakes up the next day.
Oh no!
Not
Okay, good.
that
No
quickly.
aliens.
Okay, so Nico. Everyone else is just having a normal sleep, but Nico. Let me check something here.
Okay, I got Bims to take a look at my stuff in case somebody sneaks in.
Alright, let me just check. I'm just checking a couple of things. And Zygon, you said you put the shield of the in-law in the bag of holding, right?
No, just my armor. I'll still have my weapons like relatively.
Yeah. Everyone will have a weapon within reach. Alright, Zygon. I just gotta check one more thing. Just make an heap of ability checks. Okay, you're very lucky, Zygon. Your dog is growling. And it wakes you up, Zygon. And you open your eyes. And it's the monk of Denier. He's in your room.
Denier? A female deer? What?
The monk of Denier. The monk. This guy. The one that gave you the tour of Candlekeep when you first got here.
Mhm.
How do you react? Your dog is growling.
So I'll equip my sword and shield. And
Alright.
what are you doing?
You grab your sword. You reach for the shield of the Hidden Lord. It's not there. And you see the shield floating in the air next to you. And the monk looks at you. He smiles and he's got a red glint in his eye. I told you I'll be back. It's a shame that you awoken. I cannot leave any witnesses. And you realize that your shield is being stolen by an invisible imp. Or something invisible floating in the air near you. And I'm going to just roll initiative with you for now. And then everyone else, you guys, if you wake up, you'll be rolled into initiative. Alright, so you've only had time to grab your sword, Zygon. Also, everyone, if you're not wearing armor, adjust your AC. And an invisible imp just flies near you, Zygon. Ha! You've been very bad. Go back to sleep. And he comes in with his stinger tail at you. The stinger hits you. And make a constitution save against poison. Wait, what is the DC? I think it's higher than 11. It's 11. Alright, you resist the stinger tail of the imp, so you take 14 points of damage. And you just see this tiny little red floating devil hovering above you as you've only really had time to grab a weapon and stand up at this stage. This imp has the shield as well. And this invisible imp, he flies out into the hallway with the shield. And the shield, you just see the shield hovering away from you. Got it, got it! And this imp attacks you as well, Zygon. Go to sleep, he says. And another stinging tail hits you. Make another constitution save. Alright, this time it hits you hard for 13 points of damage.
Alright, so how much have I taken? 7, 14. 20.
Alright, Shadow hasn't even picked up on this monk, but he did wake you up enough to hear the imp in your room. And a third imp. He snarls, "You stupid doggy! You stupid doggy!" And he attacks Shadow. And an imp becomes visible as that stinging tail just hits Shadow and Shadow vanishes. This final imp flies in. You should have given shield at first place. Now you die. And he tries to sting you, but you roll to the side. Or does 10 hit you, Zygon? 11, sorry.
Yeah, 11 does.
Alright, he just punctures straight through your sleeping garments, and you need to make another constitution save. There's multiple imps are just stinging you, like the first thing that happens to you when you wake up. And you take another 10 points of damage. The Monk of Denier smiles. Ha ha ha. What's the matter? He says in common. You don't remember me? And suddenly his hand bursts into flame, and you remember the Cambion having this exact same ability. And then he just tosses a fire ray at you, Zygon. It hits you for 11 points of damage.
Alright, I'm knocked unconscious.
Ha ha ha! The monk smirks then and just walks out of the room. Zygon, make a death saving throw. That's a failure. Alright, Nico, the sound of that fighting, because your door's busted, it wakes you up. So I'm going to roll you into initiative. But no one else... oh, Alan dear, you're also woken up as well, because your door is busted. The doors on these storerooms are busted. So when you wake up, you're still prone, and you can grab one thing per turn. One interactive object.
How long were we asleep?
You don't know, you're asleep.
Oh.
You're still asleep.
I was only asleep for 4 hours, that's what I was asking.
This is during the stage when you're meditating.
Okay.
So it's in the first 4
Yeah,
hours.
it was a planned attack. They made sure everyone was unconscious. Alright, the imps just chuckle. Me kill more, he says. And the Cambion says, no, you fool. No, me kill more! And then he just like opens, the imp opens Raven's door. And he flies in. They seem to get a little bit out of control. And he's going to, how much does he have? He's going to take a dash action to fly up to Raven.
Okay. Imps can eat him.
Alright, this imp has the shield. And he just sort of dances around with it. Ha 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 ha. Me got shield. And yeah, he just seems to be gloating a little bit. Maybe my shield now. Alright, this imp has already stung you into unconsciousness, Zygon, so he just leaves you. And then they start bickering a little bit, these imps. Alright, Alandir, you open your eyes, you hear some sort of fighting going on outside. You can use half your movement to stand up.
Okay. Okay, bonus action dash.
Okay.
So how would that give me then? So half movement is 30, so I can move 30 more? Does that work with dash?
Yep. So yeah. It costs you 15 feet to stand up. Dash gives you another 30 feet, so you've got another 45 left. I'll put on the grid
20.
as well.
Where's the door? There. That's 20. What was that? God, I can't do it. Math. 20, 25, 40.
Alright, you step out into the hallway and you see this monk of Dania. So this monk is one of the monks that greeted you in your entrance to Candlekeep. And he's standing in the hall looking towards Zygon's room, and he's got an imp next to him. You also see the shield of the Hidden Lord hovering 10 feet away from him, seemingly floating in the air.
So I did a bonus. I can't did a move. I can't attack. I'm too far away. Can I do one more action though?
What did you grab something? What did you grab?
I grabbed my rapier.
Okay. Well, yeah, you've still got your action.
I can't reach him though. I'm gonna scream as loud as I can. We're under attack.
All
so
right.
everybody can hear me.
Yeah, yelling that out where you are wakes everyone else up, so they'll wake up and join the initiative next round. And for your action, Alandir, because you want to dodge.
Can I do my? Yeah, if I can dodge, I'll dodge.
Okay. Okay, dodge action. And Nico, yeah, you can hear this fighting going on outside. You hear Alandor scream. You use half your movement to stand up. You can grab one thing.
Okay. I'll just grab the bag of holding, I guess.
Okay.
3. Now, this door is... I can't see around. I only see what I see, right?
You can open it more, or it's like it hangs kind of loose on its hinges. It doesn't really close properly.
Okay, so... Just like open it up. I can't... The dynamic light, I can't see anywhere. Oh, well, there's all kinds of people out there.
There you go up, you grab the door and you just pull it open, and you see the shield of the Hidden Lord floating in the air. And this monk of Dania with just sort of standing there. You see his back facing you.
And how tall is the ceilings here?
9 feet tall.
Oh, let me just...
9 feet.
I will, I guess I'll drop a spike growth right in the middle of that imp.
Okay. He is flying, so it won't affect him, but that area will become...
But the, so it's... Oh yeah, he's above the... Oh, he's above it, so he won't affect... Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Doesn't
spike
go up,
growth
it's
only
on the
affects the
floor.
ground, yeah. Entangle is the one that does, I think, does like a square.
I didn't memorize that today. Okay, never mind then, because I didn't know flying was about... I'll just, Thorn Whip him in by us, and by me.
Alright, you see the shield of the Hidden Lord, and you hit. You Thorn Whip the imp holding it. Alright, it hits him hard. And let me check his bonus. Alright, it hits him so hard you drag him over, it rips like his tail off pretty much. Almost rips it clean off, and an imp with Ichor just pissing out of it, holding on, hugging the shield of the Hidden Lord, is pulled closer to you in your room.
Don't got any good bonuses, so yeah.
Ah! This imp screams out into the hallway to see what's going on. Ha ha ha! You stupid! Me no listen you anymore, Campbell! You not our boss! We going to kill these ones! And these unruly imps start screaming down the hall. This one comes in at Alandor and tries to sting him at disadvantage. And it misses. The monk steps around the corner and looks at you, Nico. I'm here to collect the entry fee. 1,000 gold piece book, but I'll gladly take your life as payment. And he holds out his hand and just shoots a ray of fire at you, Nico.
Okay.
It hits you for 9 fire damage with your resistance. Another beam of fire shoots from his outstretched hand. And that one misses you and just hits the wall and disperses. Zygon, make another death saving throw. Success. Alright, at the start of this round, everyone else is awake. If you're unconscious, you'll be prone. So, let me just sort out everyone's prone and unconscious markers. Remember, if you're asleep, you don't have your stuff on you, so you can grab one thing when you wake up. And you just try and think what how your character's thinking and feeling when you wake up. You wake up, it's dark, you can hear some sort of scuffle, you hear Alendor yelling. Try and get into how your characters experience this. Seika, you wake up and you hear that ruckus outside. What do? You were just halfway through your meditation as well.
Okay. Well, I'm a blade singer, so I am trained in combat. So I will grab my rapier, stand up. And leave my room.
Okay. Alright, that will be a dash, Seika, because you've moved 4 squares. You open your door and there's an imp flying straight out the front of your bedroom door. Trying to sting Alandir.
Okay, well, I dash, so there's nothing else I can do.
Alright, this imp, he's like about to sting you, Raven. You open your eyes and an imp stinger tail wakes you up. Alright, you quickly move to the side and its stinger tail just punctures your bedroll. The imp screeches. Argh!
Is it too late to go into Blade Song? It's a bonus action.
Sure, you can blade song.
Okay.
That misses you, Raven.
Yeah, you bastard.
Alright, this imp drops a shield on the ground. I'll put another shield token on this map. It's going to be one of those fights. So the shield gets passed around everywhere.
He'll just stick it down to the first floor.
Alright, so it just drops a shield on the ground and doesn't take very kindly to you, Nico. Ah! You do to me! Me gonna hurt you now! And he tries to sting you. No one do whip to me! The stinger whizzes on by you.
Oh.
Bargle, there's some noise outside. You feeling a little bit groggy? Can you use half your movement to stand up?
Yep. So
Very
like,
dark
get up,
area.
hear activity, combat, and immediately snaps like, oh, raid! And grab the great axe and run out the door. Run towards the door.
You haven't had any action for 10 days now, so I can imagine you're kind of fanging for a fight. It costs you 30 feet of movement to get there. You open the door.
Alright,
You
so
look
he
down
will
the
dash.
hallway. Okay, you see a couple of imps. You see this monk of Denier shooting rays of fire from his hand. Alandir's out in the hall as well, after having just yelled out to everyone.
Alright, when he gets there, he'll action surge and attack that imp with the great axe.
And you're not used to fighting in your boxer shorts. You miss.
Yeah,
Come
reckless attack, right?
You come around again with the great axe and you hit.
Not yet.
Alright, your magic great axe just clips the imp, but it almost slices an entire wing off of it. Ah! The imp screams out in agony.
You are highly improperly dressed.
Well, that's why Bargle missed, because he saved his modesty. Alright, the imps.
He saved something.
Alright, the Cambion is struggling to keep these imps under control, and they're just like, it's like a free-for-all now. New plan! We kill all! And this imp just swoops in, tries to sting Bargle.
Ooh!
And right in the crotch. Make a constitution save for poison. The poison doesn't get doubled either, because it's a saving throw, not an attack roll. Alright, still you hit for 16 points of damage, Bargle. And that's the end of the imp's turn. He just goes straight for your crotch. Alright, Callan, there's a lot of noise happening out the front of your room.
I hear Alandor screams, and I jump up out of bed and grab my shield. And as I run out of the room, then I'll do a double move.
Alright, it will take an
Dash.
action to put the shield on as well.
I was holding my hand for now and just keep running out.
Okay.
Do a double move.
Alright. So, yeah, it'll be another 15 to get to the door. You open your door and see Alandir dodging an imp's attack, and a couple of imps rapidly coming in with their stingers.
And that's it. That's all I can do.
Are you moving away from that imp? It will attack you. He attacks you.
Yeah, go attack me.
Alright, yeah. Swings around, and that stinger tail misses you. Alandir.
I'll say to that little imp, haha, I was just reading about you. I know how to kill you. I'll swing at the one in front of me. Ooh,
Me know how to
22.
kill you, sting your face! That hits. Alright, when the silver rapier hits the imp, it like creates smoke. And it sears straight through him. He looks down, and then all of a sudden, poof, that booming energy goes off, and it rips the imp apart, and the imp vanishes into a flash of smoke. A little bit of ichor spraying against the wall. Direct hit.
Bonus action. Maybe disengage.
Nico.
I can move through him, right? Because he's tiny.
Yep.
All right, I'll go over and grab the shield.
Okay. The imp yells,
And then I'll-
"Hey, come back here!"
And then I'll wild shape into an ape.
Okay. Alright, oh, we haven't been an ape before.
Or black bear. I guess they're basically the exact same. Nah, ape is. And I'll assume my equipment with me, including the shield.
Okay.
And that's it. Guess.
Alright, let me fix up your vision. I think everything's gonna go a bit dark for you there, Mr. Ape.
That's right.
And just add you onto the initiative order on 11. Okay, there we go. Alright, that shield melts into your form. And then the monk yells out, "You foolish imps! They're getting away with the shield again! Kill the ape!" "Yeah, shut up!" The imp just ignores him. "You're not our boss! You not tell us what to do! We sent to help you from boss! We helping you! We kill this first!" And the imps are becoming unruly. And as you open the door, Seika, you're met with a stinger tail to the face. It hits. Make a constitution save against poison. You resist, but you still take 14 points of damage because the imp stinger hurts like hell. Alright, this monk is infuriated, and he's going to drop his concentration, and he assumes the form, his true form, his Cambion form. And he has a spear in his hand in this form. The spear is on fire. And he's going to ignore you, Alandir, and he's going to step away from you, provoking an opportunity attack.
Ooh.
Just gotta add
I can't do Blooming Blight on that, right?
not
do that
unless you have Warcaster.
Yeah, okay.
That
Yeah,
hits him.
I do get Stink Attack.
Yeah, you have sneak attack because you're the only person next to him. Alright, you jam that rapier straight to his back and he winces in pain. Ah! You wretch! I'll deal with you in a second, as he points you out.
I give him the fingers as I come back, come back.
He's going to use his fiery spear on the 8. Ah! He misses as he winces in pain from that rapier attack. He attacks again, and he hits you, Mr. Ape. Fire explodes out from the spear on impact. You take 14 points of damage.
I think I still get my resistance because it says all the things with your race.
Do you keep your racial abilities?
Yeah. Hold on. It's
Yep.
in there. Blah blah blah. You retain any feature from your class, race, or any other source. Here, I'll cut and paste it in there for you.
Okay. In that case, you'll have dark vision as well then.
No, it says specifically you don't have special senses,
Okay.
such
all
as
right.
dark vision, unless your new
So-
form also has that sense.
Okay, then you'll get the fire resistance, so you take 11. Alright, always get, it's similar to polymorph, always get mixed up.
Yeah.
Raven. You also get, your mental stats and other things, proficiency bonuses. That's wild shit. Alright, Raven, you wake up and you're having an imp for breakfast. What do you do? Raven. Are you there?
Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
I thought ravens
Nevermore.
are like morning creatures. Are you there, Ed?
Yep. I'm just gonna smash it with my silver macy thingy. My
Alright.
silver rapier.
You take your
Lift
rapier
up,
from
stand up.
under your pillow. Everyone sleeps with a weapon under their pillow, at least. And
Oh yeah, my focus as well. So
you grab it and you catch the imp by surprise. You just jam the rapier straight into it, and you almost kill it. It just the silver burns its flesh, and smoke starts to come out of it.
awesome. Where did Bims go? Oh,
Bims was in his pocket dimension.
Bims. Bims card sleep. Like okay, that'll end me.
Zygon, make another death saving throw. You guys look over and you're like, Zygon's sleeping through all this. He's
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
He's a heavy sleeper.
If I could see him, I'd bring him up. But,
Alright, Seika. You're muted, Seika.
I forgot. I'll do a shocking grasp on him.
That hits. You grab the little imp and he explodes. Poof! With a flash of smoke. With your newfound knowledge, you learn that all non-native devils will puff into a flash of smoke upon death. And you know that they'll be sent back to the Nine Hells to face their evil masters and probably turned into lemurs for their failure, the lowest form of devil. A little blobby flesh. Not even a life worth living, even for a hellish creature. This imp looks down at the wound, Raven. You've sticked him straight in the gut with the rapier. You got me, he says. You got me! And me gonna got you! And then he tries to sting you. And the stinger tail hits you on your arm, your forearm. And you take 4 piercing damage. And you need to make a constitution save against poison. If you're there, Raven, make a con save against poison.
Sorry, I keep cutting out.
This imp is going to attack the ape as well. He just doesn't like you, Mr. Ape. And he misses you. Alright, Raven, so you took 8 damage, Raven.
Yep.
The imp just yells at you, "Stay still, monkey!"
I'm not a
Baldur,
monkey. I'm an ape.
you monkey!
Right.
Monkeys have tails. Apes don't.
Stop being condescending!
And
God damn heightened people.
were we good buried up before or no? Or are we they
I
gone?
cast them. I didn't give them out. So, no.
You look over in Zygon's room,
Uh,
and he's sprawled out on his bedroll. He's fallen in a way that suggests that he doesn't usually sleep like that. He felt like it's more like I fell over and got stung with an imp sort of posture.
well, so I think I'm sleeping, so I'm not wearing anything. I'm carrying a great axe and nothing else at this point.
Callan,
Okay, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Seika. Then I'm gonna adjust my shield onto my arm and then move up.
Thank you.
look
Can
over
I
at
see
Zygon.
Zygon to my left?
Yeah. You can tell that he doesn't have a lucky coin around his neck protecting him from imp
His
things.
skin's turning black, huh?
Yeah.
Purple.
You're pretty sure he shouldn't be. He's not meant to be convulsing like that all over the floor. The foam coming out of his mouth.
Yep.
I mean, it was a big night because it was your last night on the material plane, but I mean, come on. Alright, Alan Deer.
Move to there. And I'm gonna cut that the Cambion's neck. My booming blade. Ooh, crit.
Yes,
Wow.
you do.
Awesome.
Oh, really? 10, 19.
That's pretty good.
You hit him hard. Alright, you would just jam the rapier straight into his neck, and he turns around as you pull it out. Ichor starts pissing out of the wound, and his eyes ignite with fire as that thunderous energy sort of snaps onto him, cutting out whatever words he was about to say. It's just all white noise, but he's just screaming and yelling, and the thunderous energy just sort of, bleeps out his words.
Then I move to here and I say, "Come get me!"
Hey,
All right, I'll I guess I'll hit the. No, I'm just gonna. Alright, I guess I'm gonna try and grapple the monk.
okay.
Oh, new Cambion form.
Make an athletics check. He'll.
It's +5 to this. I don't know how to make it with the other one, so
You're
it's 10.
proficient in athletics.
Yeah, the ape
Okay.
gets athletics. So.
Oh, it doesn't have the athletics there?
Oh, can you
It
click
does.
on the skill?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway.
All right. And well, anyway, I'm not doing it again. But in future, I'll.
Alright, yeah, you try to grab him, he just pushes you off, and then you can hear him screeching. I'm not going back again! I cannot fail It ends here! Either way, you or me! And he's just quite furious, and he starts to really become quite enraged now, and he's going to provoke from Bargle and the ape. He's going to spread his wings and fly up into this room, moving back.
Do I get my blooming bait?
Yeah.
Right.
As he moves, that blooming energy, poof, it sends him flying a little bit more. And
9 more.
Still tries to still managed to recompose himself with his wings like in the air as he's screeching forward. Bargle, you take a swing, but you're a bit too slow, and you hit him, Mr. Ape, and your fist just hurts. It's like you hit some heavy armor there. It's a miss. Well, yeah, you hit him, but miss, if that makes sense. You hit his armor.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, he's just got this fire extruding from his hands, and he just starts lobbing fire rays at you. The first one is a crit, and he hits you for 10 fire damage.
I revert.
Alright, you revert back to Nico.
And I take 2 overflow.
And then he points to the shield. That is mine! And his eyes begin to glow and gleam, but not before he shoots a fire ray at Alandir. And that hits. 14 fire damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Okay. You dive,
Okay.
tumble to the side. You take 7 damage. Cadris is going to then end his turn there. And you've seen him have this like charm ability. You feel like he's about to use that again. You know, like command or something. Or the way his eyes are gleaming. Alright, Raven.
See. I will swing at this thing again.
That hits. And you best the imp. You drive the rapier back into it. Ah! Disappears with a flash of smoke.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to give some help to Zygon. Here you go, buddy. Have 11. And that does it.
So I immediately like, they're after the shield. Oh, right. Okay.
The Hidden Lord talks to you. Wake up, Zygon! You let your guard down.
Alright. And then,
Never sleep again.
yeah, apparently.
Alright, you step out into the hall, Zygon, and you can see like the fighting happening in Nico's room. But you don't see any enemies. The storeroom.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay some hands on myself. I'm going to lay 20 points to get myself back up by. Doop. And that's my turn.
Seiko.
Okay. 10, 20, 30. I can see him. I'm going to do a chromatic orb on Cadris. I hope if I do the right thing. That's going to be acid.
16 is a miss. He just uses some of his fiendish suave to jump off the wall and straight out of the way of that incoming attack.
Damn it. Okay. I will move back over here.
This imp chuckles. Big man, angry at you. And just tries to sting you, Nico. And he misses. Ends his turn there. Michael.
Doorway's only 5 feet wide.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna have to squeeze.
and
To
the door's
attack the imp.
busted. You can like move into the room.
I can push past the imp.
Yeah, imp's tiny,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, they're tiny.
yeah.
Oh,
if
alright,
they're
great.
two sizes
I'll do
different, they can't hinder you.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. And hit the imp.
That hits. And you just swipe the axe through the imp, and it completely vanishes with a puff of smoke.
$20, $25, $30. Bonus action. Second win.
Cadra says, "It's still not too late. Hand me the shield." Callan.
Move up here. Cast Healing Word on Nico.
Very nice.
And then Toll the Dead on Cadrus.
Alright, wisdom save he shall make. You need to up the damage die. Because you're level 5. So add on an extra 1d12.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
If you click the cantrip progression box on it, it should do it automatically.
I roll another d12. He fails.
Woohoo!
He grabs his arm as gets rid of necrosis. Oops, not that injured. Yeah, he's looking like he's in a very bad way. He just screams, "Ah!" Alandir.
Is he flying or something?
Yeah, he's flying, but the roof's only 9 feet high here, so he's not getting out of reach of anyone. Who made these goddamn low-ceiling buildings? Ah! He yells out.
9 feet was probably pretty tall, actually.
Alandir? Hello?
What you doing?
Hey there? Did he cut out?
I don't know. The Discord's been like kicking you.
Yeah,
There's no
Discord's
sound
been,
even.
and Roll20, it's been messing up.
I'm going to attack them with my attacky stuff.
Sounds exactly like him.
5, 10, 15,
Alright, I'm gonna take his turn
30,
because
10,
put everyone
15,
out of their
20.
misery.
Can you
Coming
guys hear me?
action.
Oh,
yeah,
I can hear
coming
you.
action dash, attack with booming blade. There you go. I got you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
there we go. Okay.
Another crit.
I
Awesome.
lost. I think
Wow,
my internet
you
is down.
single-handedly fucked this cannon all the way up.
Holy crap! Hit him
Alright.
again.
Yeah, you just touch him with the rapier and he explodes. He's just ripped apart.
I gotta learn that cantrip.
He doesn't like immediately turn to a flash of smoke or anything like that. In fact, he's like ripped apart. His wings, his flesh is ripped into shreds, and then slowly these little embers start to burn, and there's like sort of hiss of fiendish smoke trails up, and just his scale mail and his spear falls on the ground.
50 points of damage, not bad. Wow.
That guy had a bad day. And that's the end of that chapter.
Woo!
I say again, you can go back to sleep now.
All right. night,
You
guys.
forgot.
Good fight.
Here's your pillows. You forgot to
Oh,
on the
here.
floor over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Who needs healing?
All right. So with that clears up that loose end. It appears that Cadras had come back for the Shield of the Hidden Lord, but again, you guys didn't let him have it. So you guys will continue to finish your long rest. So everyone rest up, and we'll start off next week's session with you guys in Silvera's tower, heading back after the 10-day preparations.
Sweet. Hey guys, see you next week.
All right. See you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Thank you very much. See you then. Let me know if there's any more preparations, whatever you want to make. Any questions about anything. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye.